actually, before we go live, can you just give me one more test with the as?
Is that good for the microphone?
Honestly, I didn't catch much of that, which means that I
Should do it
think
again?
the compression is probably on your side. Like, I think your laptop is trying to do noise cancellation. We are live though, so it's fine.
Wait, let's test everyone's headphones.
Yep. Yeah, I can hear that.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Great.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Sibling... What is this again?
Sibling game night.
Sibling game night, yes.
Thank you. It was sort of a Muppet Dolphin vibe, and I appreciate that.
That's true. We gotta play with your Discord settings at some point. Maybe something is like cutting off your mic something's trying to cut you off in a weird way.
It's very possible that I just hit random settings, because sometimes I get sort of cocky and I think what things mean, and I'm like, yeah, let's just turn everything on and off and uncheck things.
Yeah, you do. You get very full of yourself, and you're like, I know what I'm an engineer.
I'm like, all right, Discord. You don't tell me what my settings should be.
No.
I turn them on.
Fair enough.
Is this all just sort of like a mind game for you to get me to stop sort of like saying things very loudly every once in a while?
Yeah, I'm actually trying to train you to use the most narrow band of your voice. Okay. That seems like an actor can do that. You're supposed to be an actor.
Just to really focus my energy in.
And now I will comment on a video game we are playing. No, see, now that's just the opposite of what I asked for.
See? Now you're restraining me like Discord with your settings. In case anyone's wondering, I'll be eating peanut M&Ms the entire stream.
Oh, I want peanut M&Ms. Okay, everyone wants to know what candy you bought that made you late for the stream, even though I was the one who made us late.
I got peanut M&Ms.
Yeah.
A Twix bar.
Yeah.
Oreos. That's not candy, but junk food.
Yeah.
And then, here's the real surprise. I got...
This one's going to surprise you.
I got the Keebler cookies.
Yeah.
That are like a poor man's Samoa or a poor man's caramel delight, whatever you call the Girl Scout cookie. That's like caramel and chocolate.
Yes.
We're gonna see how they go.
Okay. I can't stop you.
Filled my grocery cart with all of this nonsense, and then I was like, okay, now is there a world where I can look less like an insane person? So I added just like one tub of yogurt. And I was like, yeah, now it's an adult, it's a normal adult cart.
They're like, at this point, they're like, well, I know she's not eating the yogurt because look at the rest of this. The yogurt is for some weird tribal ritual or something.
It's true. I really felt like the person was going to be like, oh, like, do you have little kids in the family or like someone visiting? It was just like the most immature cart. Oh, but I did add bread.
Good.
So that evens it out. That's like sustenance.
You can make a Twix sandwich, which is like nice. Yeah.
I definitely didn't have dinner, so this is my dinner, and I have no regrets.
I think you're living your best possible life.
Mm-hmm.
I had a burger for dinner that was very good, but then I was wolfing it down to get it done in time for us to stream.
Uh-huh.
But then I looked in the bag, and there was a whole other burger in there. And I don't know if I accidentally ordered 2 burgers or if they just accidentally gave me 2 burgers. So I saved it.
Is it the exact same burger, or might be someone else's burger, like it's a different order?
From the glance, it's the exact same burger.
I really hope somebody accidentally made your order twice and was like, oh, well, we're going to give it to him for free.
What am I going to throw it away?
Yeah. Or maybe you were so excited while you were ordering that you'd already put it in the cart and you were like, oh, you know what I want? A burger. And you like...
The other thing I need is a burger. That's actually way more likely, especially because I was on my phone and it was like, I think it might have thrown some error at some point, and I'm like, I'll add it again. So that's probably what happened. But you know what? I'm not complaining. I'll have a burger for tomorrow.
Now, did you add any peanut M&Ms or Twix bars into your order?
No.
Okay, well, we'll see. Who's the professional here then?
I really wanted to go downstairs and get some from my very convenient convenience store just to show you up, but I didn't have time.
Yeah.
But I am drinking a lovely Green River soda. Chicago. Brand. It's caffeine-free since 1919.
Chicago. Listen, Ryan, this isn't a snack chat.
No, it's not.
Let's get to the games.
Okay, so we talked
Now,
before.
snack chat is going to be our other stream where we just slowly list things in each other's fridge.
Okay, we talked before about games we could play. We talked about a lot of options. I personally kept coming back to Frogwares, which is a great studio. Their Sherlock Holmes games.
Every time you say Frogwares, it feels like that can't be the name of the
I know,
studio.
right? It doesn't seem right, and I don't like it either. I always said Frogware, but then as we were doing this research, I was like, I guess it is Frogwares.
Frogwares?
Frogwares. Like software, but Frogware, but Frogwares, because it's plural.
Associating it with software was even somehow more confusing for me.
Well, they do make video games.
Yeah, but why would you get from software to Frogware? Like, what's the part about software? Like,
Listen, I don't need your stand-up act about the name of the company.
I'm confused by it. Is it an American company, or is it possible we've lost something in translation?
It is, oh gosh, French? No. Ukrainian. No, God, fuck. It's like Ukrainian. It's Eastern European. It's Ukrainian, and then they have like a studio in Scotland as well. But I might be wrong about Ukraine. It might be some other place.
Maybe it's a funny pun in the language. We don't get it.
Right, because in that place, frogs do make software, and it's hilarious.
Yeah, it's amazing.
They can't get over it. So I thought, we talked about a bunch of different options. It was like, okay, if we do play these Sherlock Holmes games, where do we start? Because they've made like a dozen of them almost.
Yeah.
And the newer ones have a very specific designs, an investigation style. It's not dissimilar to the Perot stuff we've done that I like a lot. So I was kind of pushing for it. But I was like, but if we're going to do that, maybe we actually go back to the early games, which didn't have that, but we kind of do it as like see it in order. And then you heard one key word that made the decision for us. Which was
mummies.
Mummies. So we're playing
you
Sherlock
were like
Holmes.
trying to be very diplomatic and professional, and you were going through a list. I even think there might have been some dates involved. Like, okay, this is just this is when this one came out. So
I was doing like, here's where the 3D images got better, and here's where they.
And you said this one has mummies in it, and I said I don't need to hear anything else.
You did.
Buy it immediately. I will refuse to play any other game.
Now, when you say buy it, we actually found out this was free.
It's true.
Because...
Which might be a real indicator.
Yeah. This is the first one. It's extremely clunky. It's going to be very fun. But I think it was free on Steam because it's very hard to get working on modern computers.
Yeah, you've somehow Jimmy rigged it like 3 times.
Yes. And it's also very hard to capture this image through OBS, but I'm doing it. I've figured it out. And it should work. So let me know if it looks bad or sounds bad, everybody. But I think it'll work.
Tell me if I sound bad.
Trust me. I've told her she will actively work against it. Anne's got her Deerstalker, and
I'm so jealous.
You have to break in and give us the Holmes facts as we go along, because I'm almost sure that
Please.
we have only not played at all, but we've only seen the first 2 seconds as we were trying to get this to work. But we know that it starts out with Holmes getting a letter from a cousin, and I just don't think there's canonical Holmes cousins. So I want to hear all the facts from Anne.
Great pull. You're right. I didn't even process that.
Yeah. Okay.
We've heard about 15 seconds, and there were a lot of voice acting even in that 15 seconds. And I think we were both very pleased that
we had made the right decision.
Yeah, this is the right decision.
I mean, at that point, it was like, well, I'll download it because it's free. And I think we started it up, and as soon as we heard it, we were like, this is the one to do.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Anne's bragging about how accurate her hat is, so we're off to a good start. I'm turning this thing called filtering all the way up because somebody said that changes the graphical style. I don't know if that's true. We're going to go for it.
Okay.
And let's start a new game.
Now, baby Ryan had a Deerstalker hat. Do we know where that went?
Oh, that's right. I don't remember.
Part of Ryan lore is he got a costume box
Dear
when he was a
Sherlock
kid.
Holmes,
I had a disguise box.
Thank you so much for your interest in this.
You definitely had a Deerstalker.
Finally, I've found some peace after knowing that the matter of the disappearance.
I might need to turn this up.
Sorry. Yeah, I was gonna say can't hear very well, but I already like this insane woman. Is this the cousin? I've talked over it entirely. I don't know anything what's happening.
Well, we would know if you weren't talking about it.
I'm sorry, I got really distracted by her, like, oh, hello,
Yours sincerely,
this is my letter.
Elizabeth, future cousin, Elizabeth Montcalf. P.S.
Everybody be
P.S.
quiet and
Please, I
listen.
beg you to keep this business a secret. I really don't want your dear cousin Andrew, whom I'm going to marry very soon, to find out about it.
It is
She's
very
cousin-in-law.
fortunate that Watson is away. I'll be able to make inquiry and keep it secret as my cousin wished.
Sound effects.
Mr. Sherlock Holmes, I suppose.
I
Here is a letter
suppose.
for you from your cousin Elizabeth Montcalf.
Elizabeth.
Thank you very much. Good luck, Mr. Holmes.
So he arrived and they gave him a second letter?
So it is the manor of
Oh.
Lord Montcalf. Seems no one is at home. I'll try to find evidence proving his death and report them to my cousin Elizabeth.
Okay.
I feel like I already need like a recap.
So, hold on. Whoop. Oh, wait. Come on. Come on. Oh, this is already causing problems. Okay, wait. We got a lot. You're gonna work it all out, everybody. Don't worry. Well, it's weird that that's...
Okay, so
Okay, here we go.
smash cut.
Here we go. Here's the
London.
letter. Here's the
Oh,
letter.
great. Now, will you read it like that woman did?
I will actually wait. Let me see if I can. Not that I don't love this music. Is there any way to make the music a little less forward and still keep the voice act? Okay, it doesn't look like it. All right, that's okay. Okay, letter. Dear Sherlock Holmes, thank you so much for your interest in this affair. Finally, I found some peace after knowing that the matter of the disappearance of my
You're
father...
giving me too much.
Lord
You're giving me too much. I need a lot less, like, hold, don't even move your face. Yep.
The disappearance of my father, Lord Montcalf, 6 months ago, is now being investigated by you, my savior. I know what you will find the truth, and you will tell me exactly what
This is
happened to
Too
my father.
authentic of a British accent. I need you to sound like the ghost of Christmas past in the Muppet Christmas Carol.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, of course. Hear the spirits. Here they are.
That's what I need.
I did not believe what the police were saying, that he killed himself by self-immolation.
Oh, okay. I didn't
He
catch
was
that
a
before.
brilliant man, one of the best Egyptologists. Nothing
Okay.
can explain his tragic death. I know that my father began to lose his senses, but we do not know why.
Okay.
My poor father's butler will let you in and show you the way. I hope in the manor you will find all the clues necessary to solve this horrible matter. Yours sincerely, your devoted future cousin, Elizabeth Montcalf.
I think you'll find it's Lisbeth.
Elizabeth Montcalf.
Thank you.
P.S. Please, I beg you to keep this business secret. I really don't want your dear cousin Andrew, whom I'm going to marry very soon, to find out about.
Exposition.
Okay.
Okay, first of all, I really want to condemn you on your excellent old-timey font reading, because Egyptologist was nowhere in my sight line.
Yeah, I guess that's Egyptologist there, yeah.
Okay, already we've got an old-timey British manor,
Mm-hmm.
a guy who went crazy and has a mysterious death,
Yes.
a letter to Sherlock Holmes to solve a murder,
Yes.
an Egyptologist,
Yes.
and a
What was the last one?
butler.
Oh, and a butler, yes. Yes.
This might be the best game ever made.
Also, did you catch that this guy's mysterious death was self-immolation, setting yourself on
Yeah.
fire? That's not a popular suicide method, I don't think.
No.
Oh yeah, Stud's here. What's up, Stud? I hope you caught my great accent, Stud. Otherwise, you're gonna have to restart the stream.
Yeah.
Okay, now I think this is the note that the butler gave us when we walked in. Dear Sherlock Holmes, I deeply regret that.
Okay, I'm so sorry that I already have questions, but
You know what? Let's keep it going. Keep it going.
this is a safe space.
This may
We're all
not. We
speaking
may.
in draft.
We may spend today's episode just on the letters.
It's true. I mean, I have a lot to talk about already that everyone makes everyone sort of like always does this instead of standing still. But so this is his soon-to-be cousin,
Yes.
cousin-in-law,
His cousin's fiance.
but is this her? No, it's her uncle's house.
Oh.
How does she know the crazy guy that maybe
Yeah.
set himself on fire?
Disappearance of my father, Lord Moncath.
Okay. It's her father.
Yeah.
But she's not there. No one is there.
Yeah,
But
she's
she-
away. I deeply regret that I cannot give you the key to the manor. I don't believe that such an obstacle will stop you, but I'm ashamed to ask you to force the home of my father. I fear that the manor is full of traps, as my father lost his mental health 5 months before he disappeared. Be cautious. Our happiness depends on your success. Your humble and grateful cousin, Elizabeth Montcuff.
The house is full of traps. We got like a Home Alone setting.
The house is full of traps.
Wow, this is like, they really front loaded this.
So Darkly's dropping candy. I think so too, and I'm extremely excited. I feel like we should go ahead and save right now, so we don't make a mistake. Okay.
Unreliable.
Yeah, who knows? Okay. This
I
is
just like, I've never once been prompted to send a letter to a famous detective to solve a mystery for me. I think that maybe that's like a class thing. Like, you really made it when you can send a handwritten letter to a famous detective to come to your country manor and solve
Yeah.
a murder.
That sounds like a you problem.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just haven't worked hard enough, you know?
Yeah.
I'll
Now,
put
I
it on
will-
my dream board for 2021.
I will tell you that the game's freaking out, and I can only look up here. But let's see what's up here. Maybe it'll be interesting.
I think you
Oh.
should know, Ryan,
Okay,
that
there we
because
go.
I've watched you play video games my whole life, what I assumed was happening is that you were taking a real wide look at the area, making sure that you were picking up every possible clue, every possible item, doing every side quest, and I accepted it immediately.
Well, that will happen. Okay, I think we're basically back in our own control now. This is going to be a real experiment to see how this game plays in a modern computer. Stod points out, "Is this a dress-up stream?" And I don't have of anything, but I think somebody might have props.
This is an excellent suggestion, and I think we're going to take it back to the team.
Yeah.
And there might have to be some costumed pieces, but I resent you calling this a prop, Ryan.
Oh.
But I do own. Wait for it. It's more suspenseful than I expected. I do own.
Again, a zipper off camera, always the best. Hey!
And it comes in a fancy little case.
Brilliant. We've already done all our magnifying glass bits on the Perot stream, but just see that.
Ryan, I think you're having a failure of imagination if you think that those are all of the magnifying
Of course,
glass
I'm
bits
sorry.
that we have.
I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm focused. We have a letter. Elizabeth needs us to solve her father's murder.
Yes.
He set himself on fire, which honestly should be our first clue.
Yes.
We're alone in this house. There may be booby traps. I'm ready.
Okay. The first thing I try to do when I'm in an environment that's like, you're trapped in the house, is to see what it says when you try to just leave.
Oh, okay, do it.
I'll solve that case before leaving.
I should solve the case before leaving. He's right. My
That's fair.
reflection is not in this.
We're not so much trapped in the house as like we're trapped by duty.
The house is trapped. Yes, we're trapped by our sense of responsibility. I thought you were going to say the house is trapped in us.
Oh.
So, yeah, so
I should
occasionally...
read the letter
Oops.
from Elizabeth again.
Bless you.
Occasionally I'm sort of just popping around in ways I don't expect, but... Okay.
Did you just move that sofa? I thought that you
Yeah, I'm just going to
moved the
move. This would look better over here.
sofa. Rearrange some furniture.
Okay.
That would be a great side game.
I don't think I okay, I don't think I have like an icon when I can interact with things. So we're going to have to just try everything.
Oh, I think that's what we should do all the time. Look in that mirror and see if you get ego points.
I'm trying.
Are you allowed to put on the hat?
No.
Okay.
A lot of this seems so. This was like an older game. A lot of it seems, like this is just a picture of a 3D rendered environment. This is not 3D. Like this is 2D. Oh, I do have like a. Oh, there we go. I
Yeah.
got something. Oh, that's just like a go forward button. Okay.
It's like a creepy hand forward.
Yeah. He did want me to read the. See, here's my problem. So I can't quite It's every time I think it's when I Alt-Tab out. Let's try Alt-Tabbing and going back in. I'm going to turn the volume down just a little on this incredibly loud music. Is that okay with you?
I can't hear it as much as you can, so yeah, have at it.
Okay, but don't worry. I'll ride the volume slider. Okay, let's get back to this. Okay. It is misguessing where my mouse is, and there actually is a setting to fix that in DirectX, but I thought I had it on already. Okay, we're gonna play with it for now.
Now, Seth wants to know if you can die in this game, and I too want to know that. Do we know if that's possible?
No, I don't know. I almost think it probably is, because these old games, it feels like they all let you die.
Okay, we're playing until we get all the deaths.
Yeah, which is a good point, because we probably should remember to save, because these old games, sometimes you don't save, you just, like, you missed it, you're dead.
Uh-oh.
Oh!
Oh! I don't like that nuzzle.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, we're in it. We're in it, guys.
We're in it. Oklahoma, Moklahoma,
Yep.
New Kingstown, and Lordy Day.
Yep. Which to solve
The
first.
answer to this conundrum must be somewhere in this room.
Okay.
I'm really liking Sherlock's voice. I mean, it's so dumb and
Yes.
heightened, but I'm a fan of it.
I agree. Oop. I agree. I like it too. Okay, so the answer is somewhere. Okay, so. Okay, now. Now, I told you that you were going to probably have to take on the role of note taker / looker upper. So
Definitely.
be prepared to either take a note or completely memorize this like you did those footprints.
Time to completely memorize it.
Okay. Okay, MKNKLD.
Got it.
Okay.
The answer to this conundrum must be somewhere in
Nothing?
this room.
That was between me and my friends.
Okay, I imagine late dynasty period. These are all going to be the things, right?
Yeah, LD was the last one.
Okay. Anne's already solved it. She's like, I'll help you if you want.
And
Okay. Old Kingdom, yeah, okay. Okay.
but I wonder if it's the first date or the last date.
Maybe it's like 06 to 00. Like,
Oh, like a year, like on your yearbook. It
Yeah.
would be like your high school yearbook.
yeah. The Egyptians were like,
Yeah.
stay in school.
Okay, now.
Maybe.
Yeah, try it.
Okay, well, I don't really know. We have to enter them all, I guess.
The answer
Okay.
to this conundrum
All
must
right.
be somewhere in this room.
Okay, Ashley,
Yes.
remember, this looks like it says 06 to 00, right?
Yes.
And that's AC? OC? Oh, it's Old Kingdom. Oh, it's saying BC. Okay. So that's the okay. Okay. 06 to 00. Or to... Yeah, wait. 2706 to 2200. Oh, okay. Okay.
I wonder if there's something else in the room that tells us like whether it should be their deaths or their.
I'm looking for things I can touch. Let's see. Let's do an exploratory round here. Touch
Can
it.
you read those books? No.
Well, I'm trying to. There we go. It's gonna be a lot of trying to steer Holmes around, I can tell. Okay, I don't think I can do anything with that.
We're all just gonna judge your bad gameplay.
Oh, look, I have an icon.
Oh,
Okay.
Incredible. It is a real
Incredible.
museum.
Holmes hasn't seen any museums before. Incredible, an actual museum.
Incredible. It
also,
is a
these
real
artifacts are not
museum.
being preserved well in this foyer.
No, with these lights.
The humidity.
Come down to get like a drink, you spill your drink all over him.
It is a real museum.
I hope he never has a party.
It is a real museum.
Yeah, because he lives here too.
Yeah. Also, when he set himself on fire, a real risk of burning down the whole place.
Yeah.
Incredible. It is a real museum.
Okay, it's a real museum. We get that. Yeah, boy, something's... Okay, there we go.
Could you look at the ceiling? Maybe there's a clue there.
Yeah, let's see. Okay, that's good. Oh, and now I'm...
Honestly, I'm oddly impressed you can view the ceiling. Feels like that's not normal.
It doesn't have many seams. Like, you would think it'd be a seam, like a 3D picture, but I guess it's like, it doesn't need to be, because it's fake. Okay. XIX Dynasty, 1279 to 1213.
He was not on our list.
No. You in here?
I need a key to open that door.
Key to open that door. Okay, pots.
Smash that vase. See, there's a key inside.
I'll solve this. I'm Sherlock Holmes. Ah!
I mean, they gave him full reign of this house.
They did. Oops. I'm in an alcove.
Ooh, can you hide?
I gotta get in here. There's a monster coming. Huh.
Don't burn the place down. Those are probably real candles.
You know, we might have to look up the instructions for this to, like, get a full sort of picture of what the developers wanted us to know. Okay. Oh, did we do this one? Middle Kingdom, 2033 to 1650?
Oh, I have not been remembering them.
Great. Great.
Hold on, I will. I'm ready. Ryan, don't you ever doubt me.
I did. I knew that, but I just wanted to keep saying it.
I got it.
Stod, nothing's in the bag yet. I assume this will be an inventory that we can mess with. And then our notes are just those 2 letters. Oops. Oh, I guess we have... Oh, notes are notes. Oh, okay. Oh, this is just a log of what has been said before. Okay. Can't move my mouse any higher. There it is. Okay.
Oh, it's a literal, like, script of what's been said.
Yeah.
Well, that's handy.
There's our letters from our cousin, soon to be. Save this again.
MK, LK, something, and LD.
OK was the first one, right? Here, I'll go back.
2?
OK, MK,
Okay.
NK, LD.
Got it. Guys,
The answer
don't
to this
you
conundrum
worry.
must be somewhere in this room.
The only dynasty I care about is Beak. I hope that's Burger King. Okay, so Old Kingdom, 2706, 2200. Good. I almost ordered Burger King. Okay. Do we have
That's
an...
not, oh, it's LD, I guess.
Yeah. 664 to 332?
Got
So
it.
that neither of those are 4 digits, which is interesting, which maybe that's how
No.
we might know that it's like 6432. Just the last 2. I don't know.
Yeah, and for a second I was like, maybe you have to do like the years they were. but I
Oh,
don't
like
think
the total number of years, but that would be less than
so. Yeah.
1,000 years. Maybe you can put zeros though. Okay. Oh, I think I missed one.
Already, this is sort of more of a complex puzzle than Pro, so I'm excited.
It is.
I know I'm just writing things down, and you know that I forgot to write them down, and we went back. So I'm not exactly proving my
And I said-
puzzle skills.
I said I
Right
need
at
you
the
to
top.
write this down, and I saw you not get a piece of paper or try to write it down or memorize it at all. But I was like,
Yeah,
we're on the
but
way to go.
You were here for me emotionally, and I appreciate that.
Oh shit! I hope we get mummified. You're right. NK 1550 to 1069.
Got it. NK.
MK
NK.
20
Oh, yeah.
2033 to 1650. NK
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you say that that's a
2033, I think, to 1650.
50, right? Yeah, not 30. Okay.
Yeah. And we don't have anything to do with this guy, right? XIX Dynasty.
I don't think so, but you know what? Write it down just in case.
Okay, XIX 1279 to 1213.
Got it.
Okay. All right, let's see what we can do here. So, what was okay?
2706.
I really hoped you still hadn't written it down.
222. Uh-oh. 50.
This is going swimmingly.
I really would have tried to memorize all of them, but you know I can't memorize numbers. Okay, 2706 to 2250.
You know, maybe it is going to be years. I think you were right. Like, number of years.
So
I'll get the calculator.
494. No, that's bad math.
Okay. 2276. What was the other one?
No, sorry, 2706.
Oh, sorry. 2706.
Minus 2250.
Okay, so 456. Let's try that. Now, Anne, have you played these before? Or Stod, you're an adventure game guy as well, Stod. Have you played any of these? What's MK?
You know what? No, never mind. MK is 2033 minus 1650.
Okay, 383. Gotcha. Okay, good. I'm glad that you guys aren't, like, secretly knowing how stupid we are. I mean, you can still figure it out how stupid we are.
I mean, they know how stupid we are, but...
Yeah. All right, NK?
NK is 1550 minus 1069.
Okay, 481. We'll be stupid together. All right, and LD?
664 minus 332.
Okay, so 332. Okay, it's not that.
Great.
I'm
gonna assume. Let's go with it's when they
The answer
died.
to this conundrum must be somewhere.
Okay,
in this
when they died. Oh, reset. Okay.
So 2250.
Yes, Todd, you guys should be taking notes too.
MK is 1650.
Mm-hmm.
NK is 1550. Oh no, I'm sorry. 1069. I gave you the wrong one.
Mm-hmm.
And LD is 0332.
The
Huh?
answer to this conundrum must be somewhere in this room.
Okay.
This was a mistake.
It's also you could do the year they were born, or
Okay.
they started their reign, which would be 2706. Uh, 2033. What if I just wrote one of these down wrong? That would be amazing.
That would be amazing.
1550. We're also assuming something will happen.
Yeah. It might be that we have to go like a modern game would definitely have a click, so you know you did it right. We might have to go
Yeah.
like 1550. Okay.
0664. Yeah, I thought the same thing said. What is that? Yeah.
So I've clicked it
That's
before, and it just says that's how you get out. It's either just how you get out, or maybe that's how you say let's try this. But I've clicked it every time.
Oh, it reset it.
It does reset it too.
The answer
Let's
to this
double check the
conundrum
dates.
Must be somewhere in this room.
Oh, maybe the Also, he keeps telling us to read the letter again too. Let's double check that there isn't a clue in here.
Okay.
Thank you for your interest. 6 months ago, when she died, he was kind of not doing well. Brilliant
Try the
guy.
next letter.
Egyptologist. Give you the key to the man. I was supposed to do, but I'm ashamed of you to force the helm of my father. Full of traps. Our happiness depends on your success.
Wait, so she's told us we need to break into the house?
It's a little confused. I think she means that like we can't. The front entry is fine, but you can't go deeper. But she wants you to anyway.
Oh,
Like-
we need to find the key.
Yeah. That's what I'm assuming that means.
You're right. What quarantine? We should have all filled our house with traps.
That's true.
What were we thinking? Maybe the mirror is a clue and we have to write them all backwards.
I wouldn't put it past this game. I'm gonna look at this alcove again because to make sure nothing happened in here. Because it's weird that I can click into this. I'm supposed to be looking at this plant.
Yeah.
Letters, the game. so I can look lower. Oh! I was foiled by the fact that I could, for a while, not look low. What's this? Oh, it's a seal, I guess. Seal. It looks like
singer,
an
Seal.
I'm sorry, this is the mark of Heidi Klum's husband, Seal.
Formerly known as Seal.
Such as seals.
What's on that seal? Is it a seal?
It looks like a jackal or like an Anubis.
Oh, okay, I kind of see that now, yeah.
Okay, so I guess that's what I was supposed to get here. Now I can't get up. There we go. You gotta sort of you gotta convince it.
He's old. It's hard to get up. I mean, listen.
Holmes is
same.
old.
That's same. Sherlock, same.
What were the dates? Okay, Stott. Let's go find the dates again.
I mean, it's rude of you to think I don't remember all of them off the top of my head.
All right, go ahead.
No, wait. I'm curious about the one that was X1X. Maybe our outlier is the clue.
Okay.
Is that guy?
No, it's the other side, but I'm already over here.
Oh, wait. Let's double check it, though, anyway.
I think
2706.
2200.
Oh, that might be part of it. I thought that was a 6. I thought the last letter was a 6, not a 0. 2700?
Oh, no. I think it is 2706. Well, I can only guess, but it looks like 2706. And then 2200.
Oh, Okay, I might have done that one wrong.
Okay.
270. Are we sure that's a 6?
I'm not sure. It could be a 0, but it looks like a 6 to me. It looks different than the zeros. Yeah, if I swing over this way, it's definitely a 6.
Okay. Okay, well, that's good to know. Wait! Was that... Oh, it was. Okay, great. Guys,
That's
we're
okay.
fine. We're fine. I've memorized this all. I don't have a piece of paper. Okay, ready? I'm ready.
I feel like we're not going to make as much progress per episode on this series.
Are we still in the foyer?
Okay. 2706, 2200. That's okay.
Nailed it. First time.
Great. Every time. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna look how to fix this. But okay. Okay. LD is 664, 332.
664 332.
Okay.
Got it. House of Darkly, I am going to need that.
NK 1550, 1069.
15501069. Got it.
And every time it's just a magnifying glass, but it just says that's a museum.
Incredible. It is a real museum.
Incredible.
Incredible.
It's a real museum.
There are actually 5 statues, Stott, but this one doesn't seem to have to do with anything. Middle Kingdom, MK, 2033, 16...
50?
I think it's 50, yeah.
Okay.
And then this one that we don't know if it has anything to do with anything, XIX Dynasty, which is, 14?
And it's the only one that says DC. Do
You mean
the others
19?
say BC?
Yes. Pretty sure they all say BC. XIX is a Slipknot song. Okay, got it.
2706. I feel like that's meant to be where we messed up. We might have done 2700.
Okay. Do you want to try the years again?
Yeah, try 2706.
Okay.
Because I assume...
Nah,
And then-
that's too easy. I think we got to try the years they were alive.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think the only reason we didn't do it right the first time is that's 6, and I assume you have to get them all right.
Okay, we'll try your way first. But I was like, why would they want only one of the 2 numbers, and how would we know which one?
Yeah, we would just try them all.
That's what we're gonna do.
Is DC a clue?
I don't know.
BC.
I think DC is just the same thing as AD.
It doesn't stand for duck clue.
It stands for duck chinos. It's some pants made for ducks.
Oh.
did you want to give me the next one?
Think about it. 2033.
Okay.
1550. 1550. Oh wait, sorry. That's one I just gave you.
Yeah.
6.
Ant's right. They are not. There would be reigns of people. Yeah, not like one people. Reigns of the kingdoms, not the. Yeah.
You're so right.
Yeah.
0664.
You don't know how Egypt worked, Anne. Always thinking you do. That look right?
Okay, 2706. MK 2033. NK 1550. LD 0664.
The answer to this conundrum must be somewhere in this
Huh.
room.
I think it's the years. We gotta do the math. Okay. Give me the okay math again. The 2 years.
2706 minus 2200.
All right. So that was probably what we did wrong the first time. Okay. 506.
2033 minus 1650.
383. I don't think so, Sta, but that would be really dumb if we had not gone upstairs, but we could. I'll try after this. 20.
The game is like, why are you spending so much time in the foyer?
You don't have
Like,
it. 2033 minus 1650.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
1550 minus 1069.
15501069. Oh, thank you, Stad. Yes, 1506. Oh, no. Wait, no, yeah. That's the years. 41, okay.
That was insane 8. Don't
What?
give people credit.
Oh, sorry.
Where are you now?
LD.
0664 minus 332.
The answer to this conundrum must be somewhere in this room.
Let's see if we can go upstairs. We can.
Can we?
Yes, although I don't know, you know,
We
don't
could
give
just-
Stad too much credit.
Maybe we can just go on the stairs. I mean, certainly we have to solve that riddle, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, there might be some
Oh,
more.
there's a little-
oh, yeah,
there's
there's a
a
rope.
little,
There's a rope. Okay, so we actually
I'll
can't get
go
past this.
upstairs later.
I mean, clearly we can't just step over this rope.
What is that painting of?
I'll go upstairs later.
Yeah, that painting.
It looks like a familiar Renaissance painting, but I can't zoom into it.
They're in some kind of circle.
Climb over the fucking rope. Stop. Calm down. Okay, that didn't help us.
Okay, go back to the one that isn't being used.
Okay.
X1X.
Maybe I did my math wrong.
X1X is 19, right? Yeah, why does it say DC?
Isn't
Is there something you can like poke over there?
where? Over here?
Yeah. No, in the little alcove. Sorry, I meant in the X1X alcove.
No, I don't
No.
think so.
Can you just like kick it? It's true. It was within us the whole time.
Isn't DC, isn't that like the same thing as AD? Hold on.
Wait a second. They're all backwards.
Why?
Well, I was wondering why that math was so easy that I didn't have to keep switching the numbers.
Well, that's because BC math
Oh, because
goes
it's
the other way.
BC.
Yeah. Otherwise, we'd
It's
have negative
BC.
numbers, and that wouldn't make any sense. DC is an abbreviation used in some countries such as Spain, meaning after Christ. So yes, it is. It's the same thing as AD. This happened. This guy was after Christ. This guy. That's why it's different. Ashley's not sure about it. She's I don't know this guy. Looking pretty suspicious. I mean, the other option is that no, these doors don't. These doors don't open. Can you touch the other Sphinx? No. I'll try again. No.
Look, he's like something between his legs, or his little paws. I feel like he's holding something.
Mm-hmm.
The game
Does
just
look like
glitched.
it.
Can you go nuzzle that weird Sphinx again and see if it like resets itself?
I did. I nuzzled it twice. I think we should go home. How about adding the numbers? I guess, but what would that do?
We hadn't tried it yet, though.
I guess, but what would that mean? You know? That would like not make any sense. Although the game has not proven to us that it makes sense yet. I don't like how that mummy's looking. I mean, I don't like it either. Okay.
Okay. Maybe the numbers have to go down. That doesn't make any sense either. Maybe they have to be... Last dynasty. What is the Ost? Kingdom dynasty.
Old? I think it's
Old
an old.
Kingdom.
I think it's an old kingdom.
Mm,
Let's try the year thing one more time. I might have screwed it up. Or we could do the death dates again. We haven't tried that. Although I think those were all right when we did it the first time.
2200 would be the first one if you want the death dates. Not the death dates. We keep saying that. The end of dynasty.
Right. Okay, it's 2706 minus 2200, right?
Oh, maybe you put in...
The first year in and then the second set of years. Could they have designed it that weirdly? The first
Do you
year...
Do you get kicked out every time you hit the little diamond?
Uh-huh.
The diamond?
Usually.
The answer to this conundrum must be somewhere in this room.
And it usually resets. But what are you saying, Ed? The first year in and then the second set of years?
I think what she's saying is you put the first year in and then you put the second year in. Like you put all the first years in and then you would like hit something and put all the second years in and hit something and it would unlock.
Okay, let's put all the second years in. Might as well try.
Is there something with the order?
Well, we know the order, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what
So-
are the death years?
The death years are 2200, or the dynasty end years. 1650. 1650.
Oh.
And then 1069. And then 0332. Although we're assuming the 0 goes at the top, but I don't know why it wouldn't be.
I mean, yeah, it would be a different year. It'd be 3320 otherwise. So that's it, right?
Mm-hmm.
The answer to this conundrum must be somewhere in this room.
It's also possible there's other stuff to pick up. Like this seal that we picked up, I don't think that goes anywhere, but... I'm imagining that's for later, but... maybe not. Let's see, let's use that a couple places.
Nuzzle it.
The answer to this conundrum must be somewhere in this room.
Or one of the mummies match the seal?
Good
Do you
question.
want to
Explore the alcove again? Sure. Not seeing any, Oof. As bad as this is, it was so much worse before we started playing with it. Remember, like, that when it was, like, jittering everywhere the first time we opened this?
Yeah, you had to like rebuild something. I don't even understand.
Just followed some crazy instructions online. Come on, turn the camera. I'm not seeing any
Incredible.
matches here.
Incredible. It is a real museum.
Why is he so impressed with museums as a concept?
Well, he doesn't expect to find one in this old country house.
I guess so.
Ryan, would
Alright.
you?
Well, maybe.
I'm disappointed Watson isn't here.
I know. He was like, good thing Watson's away so I can keep this a secret. We don't have to animate him.
Yeah.
Maybe if I look in the mirror and realize what I've become. Yeah, you're very
Definitely
right.
not enough respect.
I can go in here. Maybe I missed something down here because I couldn't control the camera earlier. Okay, just put this away. Get out of there. No. Oh, wait, says Stod. I'm just gonna go back over here because Stod's got the answer.
I'm eagerly awaiting.
It's like, wait, none of this matters. This is stupid.
He just leaves. He's like, wait, I'm in the wrong. I'm watching the wrong stream.
Wait a minute, it's Friday. What am I doing? See ya.
I feel like we're doing some math wrong or something. Like, because it counts down.
Okay.
So maybe you can't subtract them. Oh.
Your hand changes when you can interact with something, right? I don't think it does. I think when you're pressing the diamond, you're accidentally exiting the screen.
Oh.
Oh, well, okay, it does do that when I can interact with those things. Okay, but then what does that mean, though? Because there's no button that I can see to be, like, exiting with the screen without... Like, how else would I end the puzzle? That's what I'm saying. The death dates or the end dates? Or the years? Like, there's no way out of this without clicking that button. Either. All right.
So, do you want the math?
Let's do the math again.
Okay, so that one was 0506 was the math. I wrote down your answers, except I didn't for two of them because it happened too quick.
Okay, sorry. 0506?
Uh-huh.
Well, hold on. Let me do it all again because the whole point was I think I might have made a mistake.
Okay. Or I can do 2706 minus 2200. That is 506.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. And then this is 2033 minus 1650.
I'm just waiting for your answer.
Oh, that's 0383.
I trust you.
And then and then the next one is going to be 0481. And the last one is going to be 0332.
Okay. As Saad says, this time when you click on the button, make sure your pipe isn't in your hand. Yeah, it's not. I can't click it otherwise. Yeah, I think it's the only way to do it is to click the... Okay, so I'll just make sure. Clicking...
Wait, what is, just before you do this, does anyone else think that looks like a 21 up there? It's like dash 21 up by OK.
Up here?
Yeah, what's that?
Looks a little bit. I think it's just a crack, but it does look kind of like 21. I could see it being a clue, but it's hard to read if it is.
Yeah, maybe not. Also, did they have concrete in old-timey London?
Old-timey London? Yeah, I think so. I mean, they would have been... Yeah, I think so. Okay, press the button.
Yeah, why not? What have we got to lose, Ryan?
That time it clicked.
It did? I didn't hear
This
anything.
conundrum must be somewhere in this room.
Well, I swear it clicked before it kicked me out, but then it just said the answer to the conundrum and reset, yeah.
The answer to this conundrum must be somewhere in this room.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. It's the first puzzle.
Yeah.
Wait, you know what? Maybe we're misreading one of the like font or something. Go look at the
Look at it again.
dates again.
The answer to this conundrum must be
That
somewhere in this
2706 versus 270 thing might be.
Stod says, we're gamers!
Yeah.
Ah, come on. Okay. Okay, now if I swing around, it can kind of, it sort of changes, because, like, it's, like, trying to... Can I,
Maybe it is a 0.
Can I change... I can't... Oh, wait. Yeah. Let's just see. It's the
Oh,
opposite.
they did have concrete in ancient Egypt. Oh.
No, that's a lot worse, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
worse.
Okay, so now we know. Although, I wonder if this is... It looks worse, but I wonder if that's anti-aliasing. It might actually be easier to read without it.
Okay, try it.
No, it's
It's
not.
not. Maybe that is a 0.
It looks so different from all the other zeros.
It's got to be a 6.
Okay, I hate that. Let's turn it back on. Save our great progress. Oh, so many. Look at these. Look how many arrows are on the screen right now. They all do
Ryan,
different
don't you
things.
know what all those arrows mean?
No. $27.06 to 22.00. That's what
Okay,
that says
I have
for
that.
sure.
I have
Okay.
that. I wrote it down.
Ashley, tensions are running pretty high right now, so if you can...
Okay, last dynastic period.
664332.
That's what I've got.
You're right, stuff.
It's so true. We'd be like, did you reset the clues before us? And I'd be like, yes.
1550 1069 for NK.
Roger that.
And like Noel. 2033 1650 for MK.
Yes.
And then our one we haven't used, the 19th dynasty, 1279 1213.
Okay, so then the only other thing I can think is like old, middle, new, last. Although that's the order they gave us.
And I mean, changing the order wouldn't make sense. They're labeled.
Yeah.
Let's read the letter again.
The answer to this conundrum must be somewhere in this room.
The answer to this conundrum must be somewhere in this room.
Dear Sherlock Holmes, how are you?
The answer to the riddle is
Oh, how did I skip over that?
Ashley and Ryan were making fun of my voice earlier.
I have a waif speech impediment, and I don't love it.
Oh,
Sound like a
House
British
of
wit.
Darkly says that 19th Dynasty is part of the New Kingdom, but that seems like real niche. Not all of us are as smart as you, House of Darkly.
Yeah, so that is incredibly niche to me. Are you wanting it to be 1900 then for the answer?
You put the
years
put those dates.
What would that make the answer then? Like, do you want it to be 1900? Like, are these the numbers? Okay. OK 2200, MK 1650, NK 1069, LD 0332.
Yes, those are the end numbers.
Looks right, Dave.
End of the dynasty numbers.
Okay, we'll explore the 19th century thing in a second, but thank you so much for your interest in this affair. Finally, I've found some peace after knowing that the matter of the disappearance of my father, Lord Montcalf, 6 months ago is now being investigated by you, my savior. I know that you will find the truth and you will tell me exactly what happened to my father. I do not believe what the police are saying, that he killed himself by self-immolation. He was a brilliant man, one of the best Egyptologists. The answer is Egypt! Nothing can explain his tragic death. I know that my father began to lose his senses, but we do not know why. My forefather's butler let you in and will let you in and show you the way. I hope in the manner you will find all the clues necessary to solve the horrible matter. You're sincerely your devoted future cousin, Elizabeth Montcalf. Please note, I beg you to keep this business secret. Okay.
That's true. Maybe the click we hear is opening something that we just can't find in the room.
Okay, well, we can look at it again, although he keeps saying that we have to solve the puzzle.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, this is the next door.
I need a key to
Needs a
open
key
that
to
door.
open it. We've been pretty explory here. Whoop. I don't. Oof. Okay. Fine, we'll go your way.
I can't believe this is the first puzzle.
I know.
And we're really genuinely struggling with it.
I know. No, we can't look at a hint yet, Stod. We're not beat. And it does not bode well for the rest of the game, I'll tell you that.
Old Kingdom, Middle Kingdom, New Kingdom, Last Dynasty. And the numbers shouldn't move down, right? 2706, 20033.
There's something about old, middle, and new that's a clue.
Yeah, I was trying to think like maybe they should be in a different order. Or like we've mislabeled them somehow. Like we're assuming OK is Old Kingdom, but maybe it means something else.
Yeah. That'd be a pretty tricky first puzzle.
Yeah. Oklahoma, Magic Kingdom, New Kingdom.
It's also late dynasty, by the way, not last.
Late Dynasty.
The answer to this conundrum must be somewhere in this room.
Little Disney, yeah. OK, Magic Kingdom, New Kingdom, Little Disney.
Yes, correct, of course. There's nothing else I can click here other than the button.
The answer to this conundrum must be somewhere in this room.
Okay, try the end dates one again. Okay, let's try the end dates one last time for Stod. So 2200.
Yes.
1650.
Yes.
1069.
Mm-hmm. 0332.
Okay, right?
No pipe in hand. Okay.
Okay, double check, no pipe in hand, right?
Yeah. I swear we did that exact thing before. I think it was just the power of our combined.
It is obvious, says Holmes. It
You
is
know what?
obvious.
Screw you, Sherlock Holmes.
Ah.
Crying out loud.
Okay, so I think Anne was basically right. We
This
had to
is
put all the start dates and all
Too
the
many notes for the first clue.
Quern indeed, Anne. Okay, Sod and Anne, you both win. Oh, look at this picking up hand.
So what did we do wrong before? We just like were clicking it weird?
Either we had one of the dates written down wrong. The first time we tried it, I think we did.
Uh-huh. No, that was a first date we had. Yeah, well, I don't know, maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Maybe we have to also do them right after one. Well, that wouldn't make any sense either. I don't know. Bug it, says Dave. All right, we'll tell the devs. I feel like they know.
That's how I pick everything up too, right? Is that not
Just like this.
universal?
Yeah.
Sort of
Can't
like a
seem to
Barbie?
brush my teeth today. Yeah, my mouse is being weird. Okay, maybe you're right. Maybe we just somehow clicked out of it instead of doing it. Come on! Alright.
I need a key to open
Okay,
that door.
alright.
Wait. Oh, you picked up the secret. Okay, got it.
Unlocked.
Unlocked.
Unlocked. Oh, now you have to open it? Oh,
All
now
right.
we're cooking with gas.
Now we're cooking. Alright, well, hold on. Let's save this. We'll never get that to work again.
Crying out loud. Now, which of the many tiny arrows means save? Okay.
And that's all the time we have for today.
There's a
Okay.
lot happening here already. I love the floor.
Let's double check
It's a
that this
great house.
let's see if this load works. Yeah. Great, it works. Okay.
Okay.
Tell you what. Let's I'm gonna try to make one quick thing with this mouse and then restart. How's that?
Great.
I'm gonna go to just me. And because your layout's gonna screw up. And
rude.
I know.
Is it because you didn't want me to go?
That's part of it. Thanks, Stud.
Mhm.
I'm using regular old OBS, and I made some layouts with the help of advice from Allard, and I think Innes might have asked Innes for something because I basically just reskinned the Jackbox one that I made. Yep. Keep doing it. Oh, there's so many. This program only runs in DX Wind, this old DirectX like adapter program. Input. Do I want to? Oh, mouse. Okay, the mouse clipper on. Is that what I want? I know, Stud. I know. That's really good. I make Allard do everything. Maybe I don't want mouse clipper on.
We should have had Allard write down all the dates.
I know. Wait, position. Oh, no, wait. Correct mouse position is on. Fix. Okay, correct mouse hook, correct message hook. Keep cursor fixed. Fix mouse raw input. This is boring.
Frog Wares is Ukrainian. You were right, Ryan.
Okay.
But they have an office in Dublin. I really need to get behind this Frog Wares name.
Yeah, it's hard to kind of get used
80,
to.
80 plus employees. Brag.
I mean, you asked. You're on their Wikipedia.
Best known for Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. Yeah, I can see why. History. Yes, I would like that. Oh, they're French expats who just happen to live in Ukraine.
Oh, okay.
Now, see, now that feels offensive because they named their company Frog, you know?
Well, but now it's them
Now
making the
I don't
decision.
know. Exactly. Now I don't know what to do.
They're the ones who decided to do it. It's not your fault.
It says the name Frogwares comes from the nickname Froggies, used in Anglo-Saxon countries to designate people of French origin.
Okay.
They literally named their company after it.
They named their
All right, well,
country.
you know what?
We're from France, and then moved to the Ukraine.
Yeah, right. Frogwares. It began to develop casual games. It didn't want anything too serious, not looking to settle down, just a casual games.
Okay.
Oh, then it has a subsidiary, Water Lily Games.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
I have Oreos too, Stad.
Are you kidding me? Everybody got candy before the stream but me. Okay,
Yeah,
I think
frogs and lilies.
I think I might have fixed it. Is there a way to... I want to do one thing.
Another subsidiary called 3 AM Studios, and that doesn't follow the frog metaphor, so I'm not a fan of it. Oh, there's a section called litigations. Should we dive in?
Okay, so one thing I know about Frogwares is that they keep suing their publishers.
Really?
Yes. I say dive in while I'm trying to fix this. It's almost done. If I turn it to
the game we are playing right now, Sherlock Holmes: The Mystery of the Mummy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the Mystery of the Mummy. Was made by intermediaries who did not pay the studio honestly. Frogwares filed several lawsuits against them.
So wait,
they then chose a different licensing company to work with. And then sued them.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Okay, so I don't want to say two is a pattern, but it's getting suspicious.
Okay, so yes. So that's a problem. Okay. I've identified the issue, or at least one of them. I think I can change one setting. Come on. Just let me change one setting. This is gonna be so worth it. For me. It won't matter to you. So they sued their publisher though, right? Like, doesn't Frogwares is the developer, right? Don't they make the games? I think they do.
Yes. Their licensee.
Okay.
How this is phrased.
Yes, that would make sense. Somebody who was licensing the rights to publish the game. I think so. Okay. Oh, stop.
It ended in 2019. That's pretty recent.
What those words? The suit did?
Mm-hmm.
Man, for this game?
No. That
the
was
other one.
For a couple other ones.
Okay, fair.
So that's why the games have reappeared gradually starting 2020. So we are like hot on it. What a trend.
Oh man, so like this is like super topical, and like we are like the cool kids who like know what's what.
Welcome back, Frogwares.
That's right, it's the Welcome Back Frogware stream. I'm Ryan, here's Ashley. We're your #1 French fans.
Ring that bell.
I will not ring the bell.
Like a casual game.
Okay.
I tell you what, this does not denote a casual game.
We're back. We're loading the game. We're gonna do it.
Ryan fixed the game. Put your headphones on.
Put your headphones on. Oh, you know what? This might be even worse.
Ryan broke the game. He meant to fix the game.
Okay. All right.
It's hard for me to tell what's real time, so I can't tell.
Like, you see how my mouse has stopped from moving that way?
Oh, I do.
Now it's moving backwards.
See that. Uh-huh.
Okay, there's a lot to... Okay. Okay. I see. Okay. Okay. Cool. I'm just gonna change everything I did back real quick, and then we'll play.
Examine that body was like my sitcom catchphrase. I would just slide in through the door and be like, examine that body. And the audience went wild.
And sometimes you'd be like, examine that body. And everyone's like,
Yeah.
woo! Okay, I'm putting it back. I'm sorry, everybody, for the wasting everyone's time.
Well, eating our double stuffed Oreos and having a fine time.
Man, I'm the only one without candy, and I'm really feeling it.
Should I tweet Frogwares and ask them what's the deal?
Ask them what their deal is. And they'll be like, that's why it's free.
Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1 coming in 2021.
Yes, that's that cool prequel one. I want to play that one.
Oh, that was like steampunky, right? I saw the trailer.
The new ones are all that way, which is cool. Okay. Share the game with you again. Okay, we're back. Let me fix the... Oof. Fix the... something here. Hold on. There we go. All right, stop complaining, Ash. We're playing the game.
It does say that some of them feature Detective John H. Watson.
Mm-hmm. The later ones do. Okay. I'm sorry for that interruption. We are in this Egyptologist's suite office.
Happy 18th anniversary of Sherlock Holmes, The Mystery of the Mummy.
Oh! Are you on Frogware's website?
Yeah, I'm now their biggest fan. I think that they were right in all those lawsuits.
Oh! I found another seal! It's a bird. What do you think of that?
Okay.
All right.
So I can't quite tell if like things have been ransacked or if this is just like a charmingly eclectic office.
Yeah, I would agree. It's unclear. I mean, this part looks okay. I think this is still maybe it's not even the office yet. Maybe we're still in the antechamber.
It feels like there was broken glass over on the other side of the room.
Okay, we'll make our way back over there. I just wanted to see if I could click on anything over here.
Can you check the ceiling?
Yeah, I'd be happy to. Let's see. It's going to take a little effort.
I actually genuinely love that floor. Like,
there
that's
we go.
a dream. Oh, thank you. I wanted to check if there's any clues up there.
Oh, wait. I think I see... Yep, we do... Let's see. Let's try if I can see.
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad we have an Egyptologist here.
Oh,
awesome.
Thoth?
Yeah, that's cool.
That hawk over there.
The seal you got.
No, I know.
Check that body!
That's a whole different room.
Whoa. Is this a different room?
It was. We're not there yet.
Okay.
Really into Stark. Thank you, Stud. I needed someone to get it and also hate it. Oh. Okay. Let's check the body.
There's a lot of open candles, and I'm starting to understand why he maybe was caught on fire. Still a great floor. I'm going to say it every time. Just take a second to appreciate it.
Real quick double check the floor.
Love it. Loving it. Maybe needs a polish.
Just kind of giving a little bit of gusto.
Sherlock Holmes is just taking a second. You know, he's like, has his hands on his knees. He's like, okay, you can do it. You're a detective. You believe in yourself. I know you're scared of mummies, but you're going to get through this.
Nobody saw how long it took to do the first puzzle. The butler wasn't even around. It's okay. If anybody asks, just say you were looking for more clues.
It's been a while. You're back.
Oh. Okay. Mummy.
Check that body.
Priest of Aton. I didn't know that Lord Montcalf had such archaeological treasures at home.
It's a real museum.
He can't be surprised every time the Egyptologist has Egypt artifacts in his house.
Priest of Aton. I didn't know that Lord Montcalf had such archaeological treasures.
I've lost track of why we're booing Ryan in the comments, but I wholeheartedly agree.
Yes, I think that just trust that it's correct.
Priest of Aton. I didn't know that Lord Montcalf had such
This mummy is sort of just more like in a strapless gown.
Okay, I'm gonna Okay, so that's a mummy.
Here is the
Great.
Curse of the Kai Peseth mummy.
That's a curse of a mummy. It's really worse in this room for some reason.
There's like a lot to look at, probably.
So is this going to be a regular series? I don't know, son. The way this is going.
We're facing litigations from frogwares because they think we're bad at representation of their game. Okay, this is a part that I thought looked ransacked.
Okay, this is ransacked.
It's illegible.
It's illegible. The handwriting on this thing.
It's illegible.
Mummy wants to go to prom.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to do the miss trick and try to back up and go look at it again. Oh.
There's only like 3 places you can stand in this room. It's sort of like those little COVID feet on the ground. Oh.
It's illegible.
It's illegible. It's electric. Okay, so that just goes there. Okay, I don't think I can touch anything on the ground here.
And you couldn't pick up any of those papers or anything?
No.
So we're just like, this is illegible. It's probably not a clue.
I guess it's just sort of like he just kept papers on his display cases. It's illegible. Okay. Oh.
All these pieces must have been taken from the tomb of the priest.
Okay. Feels like the overall story we're getting here is that there was a curse and he took stuff he probably shouldn't have taken.
Yeah, I can see that.
I mean, you could argue he shouldn't have taken anything, but in this cultural context, he shouldn't have taken these things specifically.
Right. Okay.
So I bet we're gonna have a scenario where someone tried to fake the curse by like making him go crazy and like catch on fire.
The Scooby-Doo solution.
Yeah. Like we think it's supernatural, but it was really like Mr. McGruthers the whole time.
Mr. McGruthers.
The carnival like owner.
I'm gonna try this room next. Do you feel like anything else you want to do here?
Yeah, check it out.
Okay. All right, Mr. McGruthers.
Again, a room full of Egyptian relics. Does Lord Mudcap have a big collection?
We get it, Sherlock.
Again, I can't stress it enough. It's as though it were a real museum. Okay.
Okay. Maybe the British Museum hadn't been invented yet, and Sherlock is just unfamiliar with the concept of a archaeological museum.
I feel like
I love that there are little like stanchions up like in his house. It is like a real museum.
It's like a real museum.
Don't touch.
Hey, I'm the blue one. Y'all see those other guys? All right.
Now, is that LD, OK, NK, or MK?
That's just he's doing okay. You could tell.
Yeah.
Okay. Vintage NES.
This is the
I'm sort of
statue
shocked. I
Amenhotep.
assumed there'd be like a puzzle in every room. Okay.
Some of them are, just to like, maybe you want to see some cool Egypt stuff we made. We thought this would be a puzzle, but it's just a cool tomb.
Is there a mummy inside?
Hello, is there a mummy inside? Yeah, at least it isn't timed. Oh.
I feel like Sherlock's power of deduction should have told him that there was, in fact, a mummy inside that glass case.
Ah.
It must be a knife for sacrifices.
Well,
Oh, is that a thing to pick? Yeah.
It must be a knife for sacrifices.
Why does everyone in your family have such good hair? You know what, Ben? Don't blow up Ashley's ego any more than it needs to be.
I cut my hair myself in quarantine, so don't look at the back.
That's a bonus stream that we'll be doing. The back of Ashley's head.
There's a webcam behind me.
Also, hi, Ben.
Okay. That.
Oh, here we go. That's where we put the
Okay.
things.
Yeah,
Okay.
finding that last little token guy made me feel like we should have been looking for them in more places. Like that's part of this discovering these rooms.
I think that's going to be the key thing that these rooms have offered us.
Do you know how many? Can you look up?
I will.
Okay, great.
Oh,
Now,
okay.
but stretch it out. Like it's not safe to look up quickly.
ask, whose idea was it to do these streams? And I think that's the tone he meant. Whose idea was this?
He wants to know who to write a complaint letter to, who to blame.
Well, the first one... Oops.
Another new trick of Lord Montcalf. Let's test my knowledge of Egyptian mythology.
Assess my knowledge of matching basic symbols. You know, Ashley and I wanted to do it, and we did the Perot one because you love Perot. And then we wanted to do some more mystery stuff because we both like mystery stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's the origin. Okay, I only have 3, and there are 4, so we gotta look for... There's another room on the other side.
Missing.
There's
You're
another...
missing the top one?
Oh, let's look.
I think you have... Oh, no, you're missing the knife, right?
Well...
Spider guy, bird guy, dog guy.
Oh. Oh, is this a spider?
Guy.
It could be
I think spider is the third one.
Looks like a sun.
Okay, yeah.
Although I did find... Oh, this is a scorpion. I did find that scorpion next to that knife.
Okay, interesting.
Bird.
I think that's the second one, yeah.
No, but this looks like the jackal head.
Oh, okay.
This is where the dagger of Amun-Ra. I don't know if we want to go into a totally Egypt-centric stream.
We're so good at it so far, though.
I know.
We have all the dates. We don't know what a scorpion is. We're very surprised by mummies every room.
Ben, help me configure DX Win. Do you know how to do these things? My mouse is freaking out.
This is just now a tech support stream.
I can't click the...
You just trying to get out of your pocket?
Yes! I just don't want to be in my pockets anymore. Oh, there we go.
Oh, you're right. Oh, no, I think you're wrong. I lied the first time, and I'm going with my gut. I think
right.
You're wrong.
I am wrong.
Yeah, the real puzzle is using the mouse.
Jesus. Okay, well, what about Anubis here?
This is really requiring us to know a lot more about ancient Greek symbols than I have acquired in my studies.
Okay, well, it doesn't really matter. So,
so we need a vase or a stabby thing.
Yeah. I mean, there's only going to be one more to find. We'll pick it up when we find it.
I feel like maybe...
I should know more about these symbols. Maybe there's a book.
Did we not find one in the room with the body?
Well, there was a whole other room we didn't go into. Remember, we went into for we dipped into it for a second, so.
Yeah, let's check that room out.
Oh, you ran into this longest journey? Ben, I'm having a thing where, like, I'm trying to play this in a window so I can still see OBS, and my mouse goes outside the window, and then it screws everything up. It screws up the position of the mouse in the game, I'm pretty sure. Ooh.
This child is Elizabeth Montcalf. Why is such a nice photo hidden?
Why is such a nice photo hidden? She's beautiful.
No, we learned in the last game that only the pretty women die, so...
It's true. It's a nice photo.
It is a nice photo.
These letters.
Just a little anachronistic, but I'll go with it.
Point, point, point.
Check that body!
I do have 2 monitors, Ben, but I'm using one full screen to capture Discord so I can get Ashley's window in.
Steal that picture for no reason.
Yeah, I took it and threw it away. This
like in the world of the game, Sherlock's like, what a great picture. That's mine now.
Yep. Okay, I think that's all that's on that wall. Oh, what's over here?
A piece of bandage. Somebody is wounded,
or it's a mummy.
Mummy's loose, mummy's loose, mummy's loose. I'm so excited.
It's locked.
Okay, that's locked. So let's just make sure this mummy doesn't have anything in his pockets. Can I go this way?
Under wraps.
Oh, come now.
Hold on. You didn't hear it the first time.
Under
wraps.
I did hear it. I'm gonna think that you don't understand that I did hear it.
Ryan, you're gonna think this is a bit, but I genuinely want to look at that ceiling because there was something cool on it.
Oh, up here, yeah.
Yeah. What's happening up there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh!
That's fun. While we both leaned over. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I just see it.
Okay. Keep cursor within. Yeah, that's what I need.
This is the statue of Amenophis.
This is the statue in my office. Okay, did I? Good job examining.
I've lost my sense of compass.
I know. That's the thing with these mist games. Okay.
It's well protected.
Oh, right. We did
Is
look at
there
that.
a mummy inside?
Is there a Whoa.
This is the mummy of Kai Peseth, priest of Aton. This is the mummy
Wait.
of Kai Peseth, priest of Aton. I didn't know that Lord Montcalf had such archaeological treasures at home.
I started using right click. Is this like... I'm not sure what right click is doing, but it's making me jump around a lot faster, and I like it. Alright, I want to go over here. Okay, there's got to be a diamond, or rather a medallion in this room.
Token, a pog.
Yeah.
That looks like one of those bouncy exercise balls.
What adventure games do we play growing up? Ashley and I played through a lot of the Monkey Island games.
Yeah, mostly Ryan played. You are seeing exactly how all of games went growing up, which was that Ryan played through a game and I sat like in the corner of the room bothering him. Oh, secret compartment!
The lock is old, I can simply break it.
Okay, I guess break it, Sherlock.
The lock is old, I can simply break it.
Maybe this piece
Yes.
of bandage will break
I
it.
thought that was the dagger.
I can simply break it. The lock is old, I can
All
simply
right, put it
break
back. We played some of the
Monkey Island.
Monkey Island. I think we played Sam and Max. I think you were there for a while. I played that. We played a lot of console stuff that was just, on. We played I think we played a handful of the Sherlock Holmes consulting detective stuff. When maybe you were young for that.
That
But...
one. Yeah. I think you're forgetting we played Barbie's Mystery
sorry.
Carnival game.
Josephina!
In which they didn't have Ashley.
Wild. Like, it was a game where Barbie would say your name, so she had programmed 100 names that she could say.
Like thousands of names.
Mary!
And they didn't have Ashley. The
One of-
most 90s. I mean, listen, I empathize with people who never have their names anywhere, but Ashley's like the most basic white 90s name, and it wasn't in the Barbie Carnival ride.
Yeah.
So I went by Josefina.
Yeah, you picked the name Josephina.
I had a phase where I really liked girls' names that could be abbreviated into boys' names.
I
think
follow that.
so, like Sam, Joe.
Right. You were a
But
big
I ran out.
Little
With
Women
Alex.
and Babysitters Club fan?
Yep, 100%. That was it.
Fair enough. Can I just say one thing about this, Ash?
Yeah.
Nice statue.
He is a master deduction.
I have seen some statues in my time.
Nice statue.
Must be an extract from the book of
Do you think the
dead.
butler is just like looming around, being like, "Oh, this guy"?
It's like,
It took him 3 hours to solve the foyer puzzle.
thought I put them in obvious places, but here's the scorpion.
Jeez Louise.
Also, the Book of the Dead is here, the Necronomicon from Evil Dead, so let's read that out loud.
It's just an extract, Ryan. Like, let's be,
Okay. It's
rest-
abbreviated.
The rest is in a
Burial
museum.
urns. They were in the sarcophagi with the mummy. Burial urns.
Burial
They were in the
urns.
sarcophagi with
What
the
if it's
mummy.
like jokes on us, and in like 3 more chapters, we're gonna have to like memorize where everything was in this room. We're gonna go back, and everything's gonna be misplaced, and he's gonna be like, "I'm sure you were paying attention to that nice statue I told you about."
Now, what do you think of this? Okay, first of all, it is thought. So Anne was sort of right on that, and also that's
100%.
hilarious. Okay, so this seems like it'll be important, right?
Yeah.
Master of Water. Oh, okay, so this is how they match. Okay, so Anubis is the Master of Cemeteries. So I'm sure that jackal should go to one that looks like a cemetery? I don't know. Like Seth is the Master of Deserts or whatever. Like, what's another one that we have? You get where I'm going, right?
Yeah, so they match the
So there's like a
fog.
sun and a knife and stuff, right? Thos is
I
a different.
guess.
Oh, okay, fine.
Guardian Angel. But
Most-
these pictures don't match what we have, do they?
Well, I think it's a different representation because, like, well, maybe not.
Yeah.
Anne would know. Okay, so we have bird, spider, bird, scorpion,
scorpion,
jackal, Anubis-y. Yeah. Okay. And then
bandage.
maybe I'm wrong about calling it Anubis. But like it's the jackal's like one of these three, right?
Yeah.
Master of desert, mountains, master of waters, master of
Oh, and
cemeteries.
that first guy's a scorpion. We're just seeing him at a weird angle.
Oh right, yeah. Responsible for bringing up Pharaoh. Bringing up Pharaoh. Cary Grant and Katharine Hepburn. Helps to protect, helps to priests. She brings help to priests and threatened gods. So she's the nanny.
Okay.
Bess has knives in its arms. That's probably important.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Selkit, Bess. Master of water, master of desert mountains, master of cemeteries. Okay.
You absorbed it all?
Yeah, definitely.
Yep, I thought so.
Memorized it. No
thought so.
problem.
Man, and you really do know a lot about Egypt. Are you a amateur Egyptologist?
It's locked.
Phone a friend.
Ah.
Found
Okay.
it?
Yep.
Oh, well done.
There's
Oh, I have no idea who that is,
two
though.
heads, two brothers, twins.
Geminis?
Let's look, see if we can match them up. Multi-headed creature having eye. Okay, so the two things... I'm an amateur a lot. You are. You're a professional a lot of things. Okay, so the multi-headed creature has knives. So that thing we just picked up is the knife guy. Okay?
Got it. Has knives. Got it.
Multi-headed, knives. Selkit is the nanny.
Yep.
Anubis cemeteries. Which one of these is the hawk? Probably Sebek up here, Master of Water.
As well as the sun.
I guess this could be a bird head. Oh no, I see. It's an arm.
Oh, I think the thought is just looking at us rather than profile. Because it says man with an Ilbis head. Or
Oh.
Ibis head.
Okay. He teaches hieroglyphics. Patron of scribes. Okay. Let's see if we can do this.
Patron of Scribes was Ryan's rap name for a while.
Yeah, but then there was
It
that
didn't go
lawsuit with
well.
Frogwares and I had to change it. Okay, easy.
Got it.
If I could just use
Keep
the mouse.
keep looking at it.
Okay, multi-head guy, knife, right?
Check.
Okay, the scorpion was the nanny. So, which one of these looks like raising Pharaoh? Is it this one?
Yes.
Jackal was water, right?
Yes.
Scorpion is Fran Drescher, that's correct. Hawk is sun. Maybe we got those mixed up.
Yeah. I look. Wait.
I should know more about
I
these
should
symbols.
know more about this. Huh. Okay, let's go back to the thing.
Wait. The scorpion was the nanny. The. It's weird because it's like not quite apples and oranges.
I think it's supposed to be. Well, it's supposed to be apples and apples. Okay. Selkit is the scorpion, right? That's definitely the scorpion.
Yeah.
It's got the tail. Selkit is responsible for bringing up Pharaoh. She brings help to priests and threatened gods. So our symbols are like what looks like maybe a pharaoh, which I think is where we put it. Then there's water or a jug, sun, and a knife.
So that's bringing up a good point that there could be more medallions that we haven't found yet. But
There could be, but we've searched all the rooms we currently have access to. We could have missed it, but
will you open your? Can you open your pocket in this view?
you, not in this view, but I can go back and do it.
Okay. 2 heads are better than 1. Scorpion, bird, jackal. Okay. I think I'm emotionally prepared.
Were you just scared of the symbols? Do you think that's what it was?
I was. I didn't want to face them before.
Okay,
Now
I
I'm ready.
understand.
I just feel like my brain can't quite wrap my head around this. Okay, so which one is 2 heads?
This one, because it says Bess, guardian angel, blah, 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 multi-head creature
Yeah.
having knives in its arms. So the thing we picked up that
there's nothing that looks like that picture in the door.
No, but it says multi-headed creature, so the thing we picked up... No, wait, we're not matching it. We're matching it to the knife, is what I'm saying. Knives and arms.
Okay, sure.
You have the multi-head, put it with a knife, right?
Got it.
Then the Selkit is the scorpion. It should... I don't know which one it goes to, but there's one that looks like a guy. Maybe that's the pharaoh. Responsible for bringing up pharaoh, and she brings help to priests and threatened gods.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have what looks like a jackal and a bird. Is an ibis a bird? I don't really know what an ibis is.
The sebek looks like the coin we have.
It looks like the jackal or the bird? An ibis is a water bird. Okay.
I think it looks like a bird. The bird.
Okay. So if an ibis is a water bird,
then that's it. Yeah.
then it's thought, right? And that's the one that Aunt said it was, actually. Okay. Although this doesn't actually say anything about water, but it teaches hieroglyphics. But Sebek is the master of waters.
I don't think we have that.
Yeah,
I think we have Seth.
Master of deserts and mountains? Do you think Seth is the jackal? Probably, right? It's got the ears.
Yeah.
Okay, so that means the jackal should go on the sun. Deserts and mountains?
Sure.
Okay, let's try this again. Wait, is this blocked?
I need a key to open that door. It's locked.
Okay.
It's
Okay. Jackal, sun, right? Deserts and mountains.
uh-huh.
Multi-head,
Twins,
knife.
knife. So this is the babysitter.
Right? I put it with the guy.
And what's this one?
And this is water bird. This was the one that doesn't quite match what we have, but... I don't
Maybe
know.
that second one is not... Maybe the babysitter should not be... Try switching the top 2.
Whoop. Oh, that's my fault. Yeah, I was going to try that next time. Okay.
I should know more about these symbols.
Okay, let me try.
Oh, and he resets for you.
It does. Let me try it the way we had it and leave the screen. And do you know it?
I should know
Do we
more
look dumb?
about these symbols.
All those little things look pretty much the same to me. Let's see what's really going on here. This looks like a water jug to me, or a vase of some kind.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking maybe we're misinterpreting.
I mean, maybe it's... We already tried it, but like, if this is supposed to be like art, maybe that's the writing scribes one.
Okay, so... Picture...
And this looks
guy
like...
with hat.
Yeah, a guy with a weird hat. I mean, this looks
Sun?
kind of like the bird.
Yeah,
Have we
that's what
tried
I was
that?
thinking.
But
Like, that makes sense to my brain, you know what I mean? Like, we're matching them.
none of these others were going to do that.
Yeah. Will you go back to the descriptions again?
Yeah.
I should know more.
Are we
about
sure that
these
last one's a
symbols.
knife? A dagger? I guess so. Looks like a candle to me, but I think it's just bad drawing.
I think it's a dagger. It looks like it has a pointed end.
Yeah. With a hilt.
Okay. Let's go ahead.
I should know more about these symbols.
You think it's another seal? We can keep looking. I mean, there's a lot of seals here, but it's only 4 slots. Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, maybe there's more seals. The seals we have, maybe we use in other places. I can look on the floor. It's hard to look on the floor, so maybe I missed something.
The descriptions just for a second.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Okay.
The scorpion is responsible for bringing up Pharaoh. Help to priests and threatens gods.
Brings help to priests and threaten to gods.
Huh?
Seth is the master of desert mountains. Sebek is the master of waters. Bess, guardian angel. Most spread representation is multi-head creature, having knives in its arms. Nut is a celestial vault. She swallows the sun in the evening. Well, sun. And puts it back in the morning from its bottom. Yeah, I could see that supposed to be Nut. Thought teaches hieroglyphics, patron of scribes. Ibis head or baboon. Anubis is the master of cemeteries. It presides in embalming ceremonies. You have it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna look at the ground. Oh, Sebek is a crocodile. Okay, so we don't have Sebek. Thank you, Anne. Oh, wait. Might have found something I could touch. I didn't know.
Oh, or did it just make you go over there?
No, it just made me know. Okay, so wait, the Sebek was what? Master of Deserts and Mountains. Okay, so we don't have Sebek. Well, okay, let me keep looking.
It's weird that this game is making us sort of like go A to C. They're giving us like different. They're giving us like 3 different representations of something.
Yeah,
Lock is old, I can
Break that lock.
break it.
that doesn't feel that weird for an adventure game of this era to me. I'm gonna go back to all the rooms so I can go to Stod. Both the rooms in that room are locked, the doors.
Jeez, we keep ignoring. Are they secretly all the ones?
These tools might be helpful.
Break that lock.
Oh, you could break the lock. It looks like blood.
It does. I guess they might be embalming tools.
Mm.
Well, well, well. Okay. Let's go do that real quick. Okay, what do we have here? Oil flask,
Okay.
hammer with lever, screwdriver.
Okay.
The lock is old. I can simply. The lock is old. I can simply break it.
Maybe, yeah. Screwdriver? Ah. Oh,
Good key.
to one of the rooms.
Yeah. Good job, Stod, making us go back. Okay, let's see if it opens this room.
I've
Lock
completely
is
lost
so
track of which
rusty, I
doors are
can't
locked.
break the key in it. I
Need to oil it first.
Oil can.
Okay.
I need a key to open that door.
Okay. Oh, he's saying he could, like, he's liable to break the key.
Unlock.
Unlocked. Yeah. Lock is old. Let me break it with a screwdriver. Okay.
Is this supposed to be like a utility closet?
Yeah, it looks like it's like not being used. Like the space is under construction or something.
There's not one Egyptian artifact in this room.
This is not an impressive museum at all.
A scaffolding? There's like a mirror that reflects on... Oh, I see what it's reflecting. So I didn't like it. What's... Oh, it's a chandelier.
What? Oh yeah.
More blood?
Where's the blood?
That rag looks
Oh.
like it had blood on
I see. Could be oil.
it. Okay. Oh, okay. Is this going to be a puzzle box?
You know what? I would long for a puzzle box.
What about the one up against the wall to your left?
I just want to look at this part first. Do we miss anything on this side? Okay. Oh,
I'll need something
Oh.
to open the lock on this cupboard.
it's like a picture of a screwdriver, like a wrench. Like, I need something to
I
open
think
this.
that's maybe what you're currently holding.
I don't
Because you
think.
still had it. You had it from the.
I
It's
thought.
the oil.
No, it
Oh,
wasn't.
I guess you're right.
How does Sherlock
I'll
leave
need
his home?
something
I
to open
know.
the
He's
lock
like,
on
this door is locked.
No, see, it's separate from the inventory. It's like, I think it might be a symbol for like you don't have this yet.
Mm,
Which
you
would
need
be-
a tool.
Yeah, should be useful if it's true. So this doesn't work.
What did he tell you?
I'll need something to open the lock on this cupboard.
Somebody to open the lock in the cupboard, and he doesn't like hammers.
Okay. Well, why did you pick it up then?
I'll
Sorry.
need something to open the lock on this cupboard.
I also didn't realize I used the key yet, so I guess it doesn't work on that other door.
That's kind of helpful though, so you don't have to keep switching.
It is. Okay, I didn't find anything in this room, which makes me think we missed something.
Can you use the bandage to open the door?
Oh! Oh, Ashley!
Mummy, quite an unusual inhabitant of the manor.
Oh wow!
A mummy.
Quite an unusual inhabitant for a manor. You didn't run after him?
No, I'm busy.
I gotta get this dresser open.
It's locked.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe we looked in the mirror.
That was great.
What is happening? How, like, take us to like a cutscene where we go investigate the mummy. He's just like, nah, I guess I'll still look around this room.
Yeah.
Tinker with a wardrobe.
And they were like, great, so then the mummy will pop in, and like Sherlock will have like a big reaction to seeing a real life mummy. And they're like, yeah. Hey, did you do that Sherlock reaction? The game's due in a week. Oh.
He's like, what an unusual inhabitants for a manor.
The mummy left me a letter.
Dear Sherlock. Also, why did that mummy sound like a lion or something?
Yeah.
And he had like a Pope hat on.
I believe Egyptologists will back you up. That was a Pope hat.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It's locked.
It's locked.
I mean, the only other person in this house is the butler, and if it turns out that the butler did it, I'm gonna be both furious and pleased.
He looks too chunky to wear that mummy costume, but maybe that's just me body shaming a butler.
Wow, you only saw him for like 15 seconds. He handed you a letter.
Wasn't that thin?
He was wearing a different hat though.
Yeah, that's true. Men can't have more than one hat.
No.
Okay, so we're sort of back where we started on this. Okay.
Here's the thing. Go back and look at these. So it's it's the same image in different angles, isn't it? So like we're seeing the scorpion from the top instead of the side.
Yeah.
We're seeing the thoat guy from the front instead of the side.
Mm-hmm.
In the coin. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I feel like there's another one of these that we're not quite getting. Like, what does the Pilates girl look like? Like,
she looks like a woman with a regular hieroglyphic face. She doesn't look like an animal to me. But also, Selkut is responsible for bringing up Pharaoh and brings help to priests, and I don't know which symbol that would be.
yeah, unless she's the pitcher.
It just means help?
Yeah.
Maybe. Okay, let me, we'll finish looking around here since we did find something new.
We found a mummy, Ryan.
Yeah, that's how I
can't believe
remember
it's
it.
getting so little excitement in this game. It's called Sherlock and the Mummy, and we finally got our titular character.
Yeah, mummy, how odd.
So it was not this mummy who visited me in the other room.
No, this mummy still seems dead.
Goes around like recounts the mummies. Like a field
So it
trip,
was
everyone
not
gets back on
this
the bus.
mummy who visited me in the other room.
Okay, so Anne points out that could be like an embalming jar, which I totally get. Although that would be Anubis, right? Which I don't feel like we have. Unless we do.
It's illegible.
Was the jackal. Because
But
he's
Anubis is a
ushers in the
cat,
dead.
though, right?
Oh.
Oh! I picked something else up. Tie pin! Let's try to pick that cupboard lock. What do you
I feel
think?
like it's possible you are finding new things too because the mummy like walked through.
Oh, yeah, and the mummy was like dropping
The
its tie
mummy
pin.
left a tie pin.
Yeah. I like that better than me missing all this stuff.
Anubis is the jackal. Okay, yeah, so maybe that is we do have a jackal.
Wait, well, is Anubis
So
the one?
The jackal goes with the pitcher.
The cemetery?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Maybe.
then,
We're just saying.
No, I'm just saying. I thought I remembered that wrong. Okay, so that means okay. So
Okay,
Anubis.
I think we're close then.
Okay, then multi-head knife, right?
Yeah.
Oh wait, should switch these two probably.
They're not. Yeah.
Anubis, jackal, and organs, right? Knife,
Yeah.
multi-headed guy. Then it's got to be these two, unless there's one we're missing, which still could be true.
I should know more about these symbols.
All right, hold on. Let's go see if we can get into that cupboard real quick.
I should know more about these
I have
symbols.
to close my window real quick.
Okay. Oh wait, suddenly I'm bound correctly. Wonder if it's just OBS that's screwing me up here. Oh, okay, great. My mouse is working a lot better for some random reason. Yeah, okay, great. Okay, what am I doing?
Okay, so 2033-1650.
Oh, don't even joke. Wait, oh, that's where we came in.
I'll need something to open the lock on this cupboard.
Aha!
Smart. I thought it was just gonna be a clue.
A whiskey bottle.
Oh well,
At least
I need
won't
these
die of
guest
thirst.
pillows if I'm going to stay the night. What did you
I'll
pick up in
need
this?
a warm blanket. I picked up a bottle of whiskey that's clearly Jack Daniels.
Yeah, that's.
Can put some whiskey on this bandage. Yeah.
I
I've
don't-
taken everything I need.
Oh, he just wanted the whiskey. There was more stuff in there.
I have taken
Quick,
everything I
drink
need.
some Jack with the mummy when it comes back. Yeah.
I have
Okay.
taken everything I need.
I've taken all I needed and needed all I took. I've left only footprints! Okay. Now what? We have a hammer, a bandage, and a bottle of Jack we haven't used.
When we leave for the night, we ain't coming back. Okay, I feel like we can. It's a little Sherlock catch up.
Yeah.
I feel like. Okay, the picture is the jackal head.
Okay.
The we go back to the tokens.
So this, or the descriptions.
No, this is what I wanted to see. We have a son, and we have in the cabinet, we have that woman that does the downward dog that's all about the sun.
Yeah.
Is it possible that woman is one of these? Could she be dumped 2 heads?
I don't see how that makes any sense, guys. There's only one that said that has multiple heads. I would say she's a bird, if anything.
Okay.
But I think we've tried that.
And then we have a knife, and we also have the knife head.
This man with his weird head. Is there something... What am I missing here? It looks like he's got like a spider growing out of his head.
Yeah, or he's carrying a lot of tiny people.
Yeah.
Or he's like a waiter with a plate on his head.
Well, okay. Maybe if he's carrying tiny people, maybe he's the scorpion. Oh, wait. We tried that already, right? And then multi-head is knife.
I should know more about these symbols.
I wish that image was better. Me too. I'm glad that these are on opposite sides of the mansion. We have to keep going back.
I know.
I should know more about these symbols.
Okay, let's go back.
Burial urns. They were in the sarcophagi with the mummy.
Nanny Scorpion.
Scorpion is responsible for bringing up Pharaoh. She brings help to priests and threatened gods.
So we know we have a token of a scorpion. So would it make sense to use her as the guy with the hat in the slot on the door?
Yeah. I think we've tried
Yeah.
that. I agree, though.
Maybe that's a pharaoh.
Yeah.
And then we know we aren't going to use Seth.
Right.
Because that was Desert Mountain.
Well,
Master of
Seth to me looks the most like our coin,
yeah.
more than Anubis does, but I don't unless this is the sun. which it could be. It's either Seth, in which its case it's the sun, or it's Anubis, in which case it's the embalming fluid, or maybe the knife, which you could also say is death. But let's just say, as an argument, what if Seth is the jackal, or whatever the coin we have is, if it looks like this, and it's sun. Okay? Like desert and mountains.
Uh-huh.
Then we have multi-head, which is the knife. I feel like there's not much way around that. That one feels right to me. Then we are left with a bird, which could, I think, be either of these two, which would be water or writing, and we don't really have writing. So let's try the bird with the jug.
Maybe the crazy hat has multi-heads with knives in his arms. And the two heads
All right, we'll try.
are better than one. They get the job done.
All right, let's try that next.
Thoth has an assortment of hats. That's good to know.
That's nice.
I should know
Okay.
more about these symbols.
Okay, so you're saying multi-head with this guy? Right?
Yes.
And then... Usually it's Thoth has an assortment of hats. And which one did we say? Did we say the jackal was Thoth? We just did that one, right?
Is the other one you have that looks like a bird.
That's Thoth?
Mm-hmm. And the one you're holding right now is the jackal guy, who has the pitcher. He's by the pitcher because it's death.
Right.
I should know more about these symbols.
Okay, let's start again. Thoth, hats. I feel like we've tried
I should
every way to
know
do
more
this.
about these symbols.
I know.
Okay. Sly, we didn't really find any. Found some Jack Daniels.
I
Did you
should
miss
know
that
more
part?
about these symbols. It's locked.
It's
How
maybe we have to
curious.
get all those doors open.
I don't have a key. I mean, I guess I could just
What do you-
hammer this one.
Yeah, try it. What do you have in your utility belt?
Yep.
Open it with the picture of Elizabeth.
Gotta have that.
Ah, another new trick of Lord Modcap. Let's test my knowledge of Egyptian mythology.
Oh, that was just a look.
Ah, another new.
Oh, I
trick,
was like,
another
what?
new trick.
Is that
Yeah,
possible?
I thought it was like,
It's locked.
oh yeah, just pour some liquor in the lock. It opens right up.
I assume you tried. I was gonna say, I assume you tried.
It's locked.
Can you go back downstairs? Maybe there's something downstairs.
Okay. Good idea. Where'd you find the booze? In the cabinet. We used the tie pin to pick the lock on the cabinet and open it. What's that? I already looked
All
at this,
these
right?
pieces
Yes.
must have been taken from the tomb of the priest.
Okay, here we are back downstairs.
Maybe not. I
Back
kind of
here.
thought that like Butler would be there or something.
Did you see that crazy mummy?
Yes, break the vase.
I tried.
If you look in that mirror, will the mummy also
It
appear?
is a real museum.
The one over to the right?
Huh?
I tried, but let's try again.
Yes, the unfinished room is where that cabinet was, where the booze was.
Yeah. It's also where we had a mummy attack.
Oh, Thoth invented the 360 calendar.
I'm interested. Look at this mouse. It's acting better, though. Still can't go upstairs.
I'll go upstairs later.
Oh, I'll go there.
Later. It's my choice. It's not that there's a partition there. I go where I want. I just don't want to go up there. If you give the butler the booze, will he tell you all the secrets?
So it was not this mummy who
Oh,
visited
Nut
me
and
in the other
Jeb.
room.
What crazy characters. Good thing I have all this candy. Huh?
So it was not this mummy who visited me in the other room.
I like how he's like, there is not enough days in the year for us to bone. I'm adding 5. Okay.
Here is the famous curse of the Kai Peseth mummy.
Maybe we do have to open that
Of the dead.
last door that's locked before we can put all our little tokens together.
Okay. I like the way you're thinking, but I don't have a plan. We missed
need
something
some
in
kind
here.
of key.
These boxes, I think, are just like
Just
crates of
you
whatever.
can't like Donkey Kong crush them.
I don't think so. Well, I guess I could try.
Look in the mirror again and see if the mummy comes back.
No, look, I don't even appear in the mirror. I'm a ghost.
Oh. Whoa!
Ghost of Sherlock Holmes. I guess I could try putting the hammer to it, although I don't have any interaction options here, but I could try it anyway. Okay.
I have taken everything I need.
I am a taker, not a giver. That's what Charlize says.
That's why Watson's in there. They had a tiff.
Falling out. Yeah, I can't touch any of this.
Ceiling. Okay, this is telling us a lot. Oh, we got like a constable up there or something. Oh no, that's a looks like a mock-up of whatever his name was, Cannavale or something.
Hmm? This?
Italian for little canals.
Oh! Everybody knows cool things but me on this stream.
His dad, this is not a joke, painted canals, and then he became a painter and also painted canals, so he was little canals.
Adorable.
Can you just break that open?
I was going, I'll just take these ones.
Okay.
Oh, you want to look again?
Yeah, we look again. Okay, I just screenshotted it.
Great. Good. Yeah, that's true, Stott. I mean, right. Like, you should pry something open. Well, maybe there's, we could have him try the hammer on some of these mummy cases. And these are, sarcophagus, or as I call them, mummy cases.
Is there a mummy in there?
Whoa! Got a weird bot in our chat. curse of the spam bot.
I'm famous.
Let's see, can I do that from here? Yes, I can. Nice. Okay. Okay.
It's illegible. All these pieces must have been taken from the tomb of the priest.
And nobody invited me.
So it was not this mummy who visited me in the other room.
Oops.
It's illegible.
This illegible ink, too, is like, what is this about? You know what would make this a little more legible is if I had a little whiskey in my system.
Yeah.
It's illegible.
Oh.
You're gonna need to put like fire and lemon juice or something.
Stod, we're almost there. I feel like. I don't think we're quite there. I wouldn't be mad at you either way, though.
Or don't tell us.
Yeah, but don't tell us yet.
It's well protected. Is there a mummy inside?
Is there a doctor in the house?
Can you? Oh, you, John, tried to break that.
Yeah, I was trying.
This is the.
Is
this
there
is
a
the
mummy
statue of
inside? Pull yourself
Imenotus.
together, Sherlock.
Can you just act like you've been there?
It
Okay, there's a
must be
dagger.
Knife for sacrifices.
I couldn't pick it up earlier.
Now, sacrifices could be a hint that he's dead, that he's part of the. Like a sacrificial knife would be the jackal.
I can see that.
No, there's a picture of Elizabeth.
It's locked.
Is there a
It's
mummy
locked.
inside?
Pull yourself together,
Ah,
Holmes.
another new trick of Lord Mudcap. Let's test my knowledge of Egyptian mythology.
Okay, guys, everybody just take a breath. We're gonna rally. We're gonna figure this out. Ryan, how you feeling? Scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you that this is the time?
7.
Okay, it wasn't as low as I thought, so it's a win.
Okay. Ooh,
Okay.
what's your number?
Okay, I think that this is gonna be it,
Okay.
and I am 1,200% sure about it.
It's also possible that we've not found the accept button. Because I can't find anything that says, like, lock this in.
That's true. Yeah, let's use the death ears. Okay. Can you just push the door open when you're done?
Well, okay. Multi-headed guy, what do you think? It's either he has multi-head with knives for arms, or
Now,
it's...
here's something crazy. Do you see how the multi-headed guy, the shape is sort of similar to the arms of that urn?
Yeah,
Like,
it's a
put them
stretch.
side by side. Put them side by side for a sec.
Call it a stretch, but yeah.
Okay.
What do you want next?
I want... I want that scorpion. She's a nanny. She helps with priests and people being picked on. This is crazy, but let's try her as the dagger
Okay.
because it's sacrifices.
Okay.
I
I don't really follow you, but I'm into it. And they do reset every time I click out, but maybe I'm clicking the wrong thing.
Now I want bird guy.
Okay.
And I want to put him at the sun. Oh, nobody looks so much like the other picture. What does that leave me with? The jackal?
Yeah. actually. Okay. Yeah, that helps. Okay. I couldn't take it. I took a tiny peek in the future. I won't say anything unless you ask. Okay, got it.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Stod.
Thank you for your restraint and for your research.
Thank you for your time and attention. Clicking all the places. I can't click.
Can you just throw liquor at it?
I'm gonna try. Liquor. Liquor instead? Did the Anubis look different around the edges before? I don't know. Oh, than the other seals? I don't know. I mean, yeah. This does have a less pronounced edge.
There's something happening there.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell if it's bad art or it's on purpose.
Bad art or good puzzle solving. It's also like a little slot here.
Yeah. Oh, it's on the top too.
Oh, yeah. I was wondering if it was like that was telling you it was locked in there. Oh, okay. Well, let's try moving them and see if it does the same thing.
No, you can't like shuffle them. Oh
Yeah.
no, I think it always looks like that.
Yeah,
It's
it
just a
just
bad
always-
design.
It just always looks like that. Sometimes I do feel like I hear a random click I can't explain, though.
It's just me.
Okay. Okay. Which one was the sun?
The guy that looks like not the one you're holding, the bird. Well, he was desert and mountains, so.
Oh, right, and the sun was nut. What was the one that we thought we actually had right? Like, who was it like the jackal water?
No, but he was death,
Oh,
so we
he
thought
was-
that maybe that was an urn.
Right, the ceremony. Okay. Okay.
And then this lady, yeah, that you're holding might be knives because double-headed knives. Uh-huh. And that leaves us with the scorpion, but the scorpion's supposed to be the nanny and helps priests, but maybe that's a priest?
Yeah, it also rates as the pharaoh. Maybe that's the pharaoh. But it doesn't seem like it'd be the pharaoh. The pharaoh should be human, right?
What if we do this except switch the scorpion and the two heads?
Here?
Yes.
I
We also
should
don't know how to
more
submit,
about
right?
these
Oh.
symbols. Ah, another new trick of Lord Marquette.
Yeah,
Let's test my knowledge
since there's
of
no
Egyptian
button,
mythology.
I assume it just does it when it's ready.
The door will just like swing open.
Let's see, 4 times 3 is 12 times 2 is 24 combinations. I feel like we've done 24 combinations.
Like we must have done at least 12.
What if we, I'm not saying I'm asking this, but what do you think if we ask Stod if we have everything we need to solve the puzzle?
Yeah, ask that.
Stod, do we have everything we need to solve the puzzle, or have we missed finding something? We don't.
We don't have everything we
I
need, or we
should know
haven't missed
more about
anything.
these
Oh, good point.
symbols.
No, this is the riddle of the Sphinx. We have to ask him it the right
Riddle.
way.
Another new trick
Yes,
of
you
Lord
don't.
Marquette. Another new trick of Lord.
All right.
Another new trick of Lord Marquette. Let's test my knowledge of Egyptian mythology.
You're missing out on some sweet puzzle elements, my dudes. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Well, at least we won't. All right. All right.
It's locked.
All right. This is as far east or whatever as we can go. Let's look. What do we miss here? Nothing here.
Oh.
We have the tools to get them. Okay.
Oh, I see. Oh.
It's locked.
I feel like that was like a really like kind of like a Jedi. Like you really empowered us with that. Okay.
You're saying we are what they grow beyond? Is that what I'm hearing you say?
Yeah, we're enough.
That's nice.
It's locked.
We could get that. We need to get that one door unlocked.
Right.
That's something we could do.
It's well protected. Is
We
there a mummy inside?
could look
This
at all
is the
these
statue of
statues. What is this a statue of? Will you cock your head up a little?
We're behind her.
Mm,
Hold on.
I thought maybe it was one of the pictures we have.
It might be. Who knows? I can't get close enough on this side of her.
Hmm.
It's Anubis. Or Ibis? Ibis? Iris?
I don't know, the puppy.
It
You
must be a
can't pick
knife
that
for
up.
Sacrifices.
I can't pick it up. Let's see. Can I do something else with it? Can I...
Break the glass.
It must be a knife for sacrifices. It must be a knife for sacrifices.
I kind of wonder if the magnifying glass means we can't...
It must be a knife
do anything else
for
with it, but let's see.
sacrifices.
Carry that hammer
let's
around
see.
and just smash things up. That's the blue one. That's the avatar. So the papers are illegible. It's a mummy.
It's illegible.
It's not the one that attacked us.
The one that attacked us.
All these pieces must have been taken from the tomb of the priest.
Huh? They'll light out.
Plenty of time. Plenty of time, Sherlock. Don't freak out.
Hmm. Which is the door that's locked?
This one.
Do
The one with the bandage was stuck under.
Yeah, I agree. Can you? Are there things hidden under all the other mummies? Is it like a Russian doll of mummies?
Like a Russian nesting mummy?
Mm-hmm.
Don't think so.
Nice statue.
Yeah, let's see. We haven't tried breaking this one.
Nice statue.
Oh, the urn's behind him.
Nice statue.
Can you combine items in your pocket?
Possibly. I don't know. What do you want to try?
Can you put the bandage in the alcohol and light it on fire or something?
Make a
Make 'em-
Molotov cocktail?
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like it. Okay. Oh.
Just have you tried nuzzling everything yet?
I feel like emotionally I have.
Nice statue.
All right. If that statue is missing at the end of this investigation, you're going to know who took it home. That's all I'm saying.
Took it Holmes.
Hey!
Oh! What about this?
Can we read the Book of the Dead? Yeah, break it open.
Burial urns. It must be next.
They were in
it
the
must be an
spaghetti
extract from the
factory.
Book of the Dead.
Does this Rosetta Stone tell us the answer to everything?
Yep.
Is that the door that's locked?
This door, I think. Hold on. Because this was the one that where the mummy's bandage was at the bottom of the door.
It's
Ooh.
locked. It's locked. It's locked.
Can you try the bandage?
It's locked. It's locked.
Slide it in like a credit card. See how there's like I've noticed this a few times. There's like a circle at the bottom of those windowsills. I think it's probably just a design, but
I know, I've seen that too, but I don't think I've been able to do anything with it.
Burial urns. They were in the
I can't
sarcophagi
even position
with the
myself in
mummy.
front of it right now.
you can't even bring yourself to do it.
I can't even do it. All right, let's go back in here. Oh wait, what if we broke the mirror?
Break the mirror. Maybe it's two-way glass.
No.
Okay, it wasn't that.
Okay, all right, you don't have to be weird about it.
Break that.
I think I've tried the hammer on everything in here.
Try Jack Daniels on everything.
Okay. Reminds me when I used to work at an escape room type place in Boston called Tomb as a guide game master. Oh my god, of course you did, Stod. Of course you did. Were there real actors playing the mummies? I'm gonna take a drink and look at myself in the mirror and see what I've become.
You're sort of our escape the room game master right now.
Yeah, you are.
Can you climb that ladder?
Years. No, can't seem to. The Pharaoh was a projection on a waterfall. Oh,
That's pretty cool,
Let's take a
actually. I'm
closer
digging it
look at
already.
these boxes. Closed.
the one box. Jesus Christ.
Oh no!
I swear I touched everything in here. Well, here's 35 more coins.
Okay, well, good.
Oh,
the
it's
good
an
news
embarrassment. Look,
is-
we got Sun Lady.
Oh. We also got some kind of gear.
Yeah, this is the whole thing.
Oh, you're
Okay.
gonna have to like piece something together. What's that? Yeah.
Wood.
Wood.
Okay.
Oh, so you just needed one more. Okay, that Sun Lady makes sense.
Yes, it does. Thank you, Stod, for looking it up but not telling us. Oops, not
And
here.
thanks for believing in us.
And thanks for being a friend.
Thank you for being a friend.
Steampunk
Steampunk
Holmes.
Holmes.
Get on my dirigible, Watson. Moriarty's afoot. Sun. Knives, head, right?
Uh-huh.
Jackal here. And then this could be fucking anything. Let's try the scorpion.
That's gonna be the one that looks just like it, right?
Well, maybe.
I don't know if it will be.
Unlocked.
Unlocked! We did it with zero help from anyone.
No one helped us.
Not one suggestion ever.
Quirr.
Yeah.
A weird dartboard clock. I want this.
What is that? It looks like one of those old-timey things that would like guess your weight.
Oh yeah, it's like a scale. It probably is a scale. You gotta measure your mummies.
I guess in a way a scale is just a machine that guesses your weight. You know, that's gonna be a more fun like twist to my morning routine.
These books are
I bet this
interesting,
machine
but I
can't
don't
guess
have
my
time
weight.
for reading.
But also, it's the thing that you're using to determine your weight. So if you're like, I guess he's
Is it-
right.
Is it right or wrong? I get to tell him.
These books
Break
are,
that
these books
lamp.
Are interesting, but I don't have
Okay,
time
here
for
it comes.
reading.
I don't have the hammer anymore.
Oh, you don't have the hammer anymore.
Oh, elephant.
These books are interesting, but I don't have time for
I don't
reading.
have time.
What is that? Yeah, that doodad.
I think it's a pattern in the rug.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant the thing
Oh.
sitting on the table
Phone?
across from you. I will continue to describe it while you look in the rug. That thing with the blue face
Blue
in
face.
your far left.
What are you doing?
Yeah, that thing
Over this?
sitting on the table.
This?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I said blue, but I meant green. That one.
That's that's the chair.
Oh, it looks like a device.
Yeah.
Through my eyes, it looked like a device sitting on that table.
That's how it looked through your eyes.
Through my eyes, that was it.
In my eyes, smoke the heat. Lord Montcalf. Oh, sorry. Title: A Strange Philanthropist. Lord Montcalf, the well-known scientist and explorer, is going to open his manor stores to the public and display the artifacts from his numerous expeditions.
Oh.
His greatest work was to deliver from the sands the mummy of Aton, priest Capaseth. The mummy is said to be cursed. An official opening date will be announced soon in our newspaper. Signed NS.
Signed the newspaper.
Signed newspaper.
These documents about Lord Montcalf are very peculiar. Let's see if I can find more.
Didn't feel peculiar to me.
Find more.
Found more.
You did it.
Papers. Papers. I can't, like, look at things in this game. Unless I'm missing an interaction element. Save your game. Thank you, Stud.
Maybe it's where your letters are. It's probably in your notebook. Yeah.
No, I don't think so, because,
Save your game. It's a good friend.
You are a good friend, Stud. Because the letters, I think, the stuff that's in the inventory isn't also here.
Oh, you're right.
Not to, not to be snippy
Oh.
about it. I didn't mean to.
You're right.
Oh, nerds.
Okay. Mom said not to bother you while you played anymore. Well, yeah, what's suspicious about behind that little screen?
It's a skull.
Is the tea still warm?
Matches.
So you just pick... Now, I swear you're gonna light something on.
I know.
Some pages have been torn out.
Ooh.
I do not see anything interesting.
Found papers.
Okay.
And hip. All right. This is like something that Conan Doyle didn't spend a lot of time on, but Sherlock Holmes had a very heavy head. And whenever he looked around, he had to give it a real whip to get it up where he needed it.
Is that why he wore the hat and like a high collar? In the
Yes.
back, there was like the snap system.
There was a
that they
support.
connected together. Yeah.
A support brace. Okay. Okay. Any, oh.
Some pages have been torn out. I do not see anything interesting.
Oh. Candlestick? Well, maybe I should.
It says you like need a tool. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna read something.
Some pages have been torn out. I do not see anything interesting.
Oh. I thought maybe you were gonna do that heat trick on invisible ink.
I mean, maybe I will. What if I lit these bandages on fire? Just to watch the world burn. All right. Oh, gears.
The door is connected to that strange system.
Okay.
It seems that the
So
door
I
is
like this. The
connected to
Pro
that
game had
strange
like too much of the same kind of puzzle,
Yes,
but like we keep having to open doors in different ways, which I appreciate.
I agree.
It seems that the door is connected to that strange system.
Yeah, definitely.
Just put all these in there?
I guess. I kind of thought we'd have to figure out how to put them in, but
Yeah, it's just sort of like, yeah, go for it.
It seems that the door is connected to that strange system. It seems.
Can't take them back.
follow-
The door is connected to that
Can you follow that
strange
pipe? Yeah,
system.
what's happening here?
It seems that the door is connected to that strange
Oh, so it looks like it
system.
needs
you need to like
heat.
light the boiler. Yeah.
Yeah. Good thinking.
Can you use the candle?
Wood.
Oh no. Oh, you have wood. Great idea.
Oh, but no, apparently not.
Do you still
Yes.
matches? Yeah.
Gave it some fuel.
I need something else.
Now the wood.
Yeah. Or the newspaper.
Yeah.
Sort of not how you make a fire, but you
I
might then need the
something
wood.
else.
Then the wood. I'm trying to remember Papa. What did he do?
Exactly. I don't think he poured Jack Daniels first.
No, that was for him. Okay.
Ooh, what a contraption.
Oh. Mummy kills him.
No reactions. Refuses to react.
Oh, a door. What a peculiar person to make. Oh. Well, at the stroke of 9 p.m., the 3-hour mark, we have reached this important watermark. What do you say we call it and pick it up again in part 2 of Sherlock Holmes, The Curse of the Mummy?
Ready. Part 2, Mummy Boogaloo.
Before we go, though, are we in level 2? Yeah, level 2!
Yeah!
Before we go, as a debrief...
Very true, stud. Puzzles with dates and facts took us like 100 hours, but the booze one, we were like, we got this.
Well, also they were just all like, well, how come we're gonna put these gears in? They're good. What do you think so far?
I am pleasantly surprised by sort of the difficulty level, but also just sort of the diversity of things we're doing.
Yes, I would agree.
I wish there was a lot more. As always, I want a lot more like goofy characters.
Mm-hmm.
I want a lot more narration because I want to hear that actor explain things to me.
It
And I wish
seems
there
to
was
be a mummy.
Watson. I miss Watson.
I have a feeling this is mostly going to be a puzzles versus character style game, and they probably didn't put Watson in there because they were like, we don't know how to have another character in these flat environments.
Yeah.
I know the later games are different, but yeah, I do agree. You want more bouncing off of things. Same as we talked about with Hastings, where he could be telling you, like, when you do a puzzle wrong, like, I don't think that's going to work, Poirot.
Yeah.
I would agree.
Yeah, even if it was just a voiceover, I would want more Watson.
Yeah. But it is both more playable than I thought it would be in terms of the puzzles and the interaction, and also a little less playable because of this mouse issue. But I think I can work on that. I think there's some ways to get around it.
It's interesting to me that we haven't hit like story point, like plot point markers. If that makes sense. Like we aren't getting at any point where it's like, it looks like,
Yes,
it's possible he didn't kill himself or something like that. Like we aren't really getting any deductions. We're just sort of like wandering through a room.
We've so far learned nothing about the mystery. We've only gained access deeper to the actual... Maybe it's going to be a series of puzzles, and at the end, it's just going to be Lord, what's his face? He's going to be like, I'm not dead. You're like, oh.
I wasn't dead. I got stuck inside this cabinet. I forgot what the sun god was.
I ran out of Jack Daniels and couldn't get out.
Maybe it's a super twist, and the Laurie Metcalf is the mummy.
Laurie Metcalf is involved.
She's versatile. I believe it.
Oh, that's true. But yeah, so far I'm liking this a lot, and I think there might be one or two after this that are similar, but maybe a little better. They started remaking the older ones in a more updated style, so like there aren't many that are going to be this clunky. But this was the only one that was free, if that gives us any indication. So maybe the rest are a little more playable. But I'll work on the mouse trouble. Otherwise, though, it's been pretty cool so far.
I'm liking it. I'm glad we went with mummies and stuck with our gut.
Me too. And then how impressive will it be in 8 years or whatever when we finally get to those 3D sweet ones?
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, I'm cool, Holmes. Let me meet my assistant, Watson. We're having sex. Like,
definitely.
whoa.
They're all like, I got here in my hot air balloon.
Yeah. Everything I own is steam powered. Well, thanks very much for watching and hanging out, everybody. Thank you so much to Stod, our game master, and Anne, our Egyptologist and Holmes expert. Seriously, solved a couple puzzles based on Anne's knowledge there.
We bring nothing to this. I mean, I got candy, but what are you doing, Ryan?
Siblings game night. We bring nothing to this.
Yeah.
I want candy.
Joke's on you.
All right. Thanks so much, guys. We'll do it again probably next week sometime. We'll figure it out. Maybe sooner. Who knows? And have a great weekend. Bye.